The station that rocks. B-Rock 100.9.
Good evening and welcome to Montpelier, Ohio, as we get ready to embark on a 2026 high school football journey. And yes, it does begin on a Thursday night here at Hobie Krause Field in Montpelier. Tonight it is the Montpelier Locos playing host to the Antwerp Archers on a Thursday night here in Northwest Ohio. Good evening. So happy that you could join us. Andy Brigle with you as I begin season number 34 covering high school sports here in Northwest Ohio. It is still a treat and a privilege. It feels just like yesterday that we were covering Montpelier in baseball in the spring on a season that ended in June in the regional final and a loss there. And now we start our 26-27 season with football here in Montpelier with the Antwerp Archers. This is the AG Irrigation pregame show where you can maximize yield, minimize waste, and then water when needed. A Montpelier team that went 6-5 last season, made their fifth playoff appearance in school history as the number 11 seed. Antwerp stumbled through a 3-7 year a season ago. We have plenty of information about both those teams coming back into this season as terms of what they lost, what is returning, some critical losses, I think even more so for Montpelier, but certainly Antwerp has them as we begin tonight. We have a Division I player that will be in this game playing on the Antwerp side of things, and we'll talk more about that and more about him as the evening unfolds. We are here on a Thursday night in Montpelier. It is a doubleheader week. Tomorrow night, it'll be Edgerton at Eden in a broadcast game on the traditional Friday night. So much to do. We'll talk about this upcoming season. Excited to bring that your way as this night and this season unfolds. Temperatures, of course, here in the third week of August. We are going to have a game time temperature in the mid to upper 70s and expected to remain in the 70s throughout the next 3 hours or so here tonight. We're going to step out, take our first break on the AG Irrigation pregame show. When we come back, we'll have a conversation about Montpelier and Antwerp. That's brought to you by Brian Ford. So stay with us. More to come from Montpelier on a Thursday night here on B-Rock 100.9.
Looking for a great car without breaking 20 grand? Head to Darrow Shirkey Ford in Montpelier, home of the largest selection of cars under $20,000 in the tri-state area. And no matter your credit situation, all credit types get approved. At Darrow Shirkey Ford, you can count on reliability, trust, transparency, and a great service department to keep you on the road. Come see Lupe Cantu and Randy Shirkey at Darrow Shirkey Ford in Montpelier. Trust, transparency, selection. That's exactly what every customer is looking for.
The Antwerp Athletic Boosters would like everyone to know how proud they are of the Antwerp Archers athletic teams, both the girls and the boys. They always work very hard, putting their heart into every game they play. The Antwerp Athletic Boosters will always be proud of them and will always support them. Good luck to all the players in today's game from the Antwerp Athletic Boosters, proud supporters of all the Antwerp athletics.
John Dye and everyone at Strong Real Estate in Montpelier would like to wish all the athletes in tonight's game good luck. Located right in the heart of Montpelier, Ohio, Strong Real Estate Solutions is successfully helping people find that perfect home, building lot, or commercial property. Strong Real Estate Associates are available to provide you with full service in all your real estate needs. Contact John Dye today at Strong Real Estate Solutions in Montpelier, Ohio.
The team at the Antwerp Exchange Bank is a proud supporter of all the Paulding County schools and all of the Paulding County athletes. The Antwerp Exchange Bank has a brand new branch opening in Paulding, so stop in and check out the brand new location. Also, the Antwerp Exchange Bank is the only Paulding County bank locally owned. Best of luck to all the Paulding County schools this year. From the team at the Antwerp Exchange Bank, your headquarters for all of your banking needs. Welcome back to Hobie Krause Field in Montpelier. This is the AG Irrigation pregame show. Time to have a conversation about Montpelier and Antwerp, being brought to you tonight and each and every game night by Brian Ford on North Main Street in Bryan. At Brian Ford, they're proving small town service still matters. Get big city selection, competitive pricing, and a team that treats you like family. New Fords, quality pre-owned vehicles, and financing made easy. Visit them today at Brian Ford, where neighbors help neighbors drive home happy. You look at this Montpelier team. We mentioned 6-5 year last year. They made the 5th playoff appearance in school history. They were an 11 seed, lost to Mohawk 41-6. Big losses for this program in terms of major contributors. Their 4-year player and starter at quarterback, Hayden Sharps, Griffin Cooley, Logan Pontius, Jackson Staler, all kids among those lost to graduation from that playoff team last year. They do return starters like Wesley Hartsock, Ryan Riggenbaugh, Zane Stahl back in play, along with Jacob Lyons, Travis Clifford, Dom Guilford, among the kids that saw time, Xavier Eitneier, that saw time last season in some way, shape, or form. 3 starters on the offensive line are back. Still, though, some youth being served, as you're going to see some freshmen that will be in the lineup. It's also a time of new for Montpelier in terms of a conference this year. No more on the Toledo Area Athletic Conference. It is now the Great Lakes Conference that Montpelier is a part of. The Ohio schools are Montpelier, Eden, Hilltop, and North Central. The Michigan programs that will be playing are Whiteford, Sand Creek, Summerfield, and Erie Mason in that 8-man conference. We flipped the script to the Antwerp Archers, a 3-7 team last season. Jason Hale in his 8th year as head coach at Antwerp, 39-38. Back to Montpelier, Andy Robinson, 19-23 as the head coach. 6 offensive starters, 7 defensive starters return for the Antwerp Archers. And like Montpelier, who will be breaking in a new quarterback tonight in Wesley Hartsock, Antwerp will be doing the same. Ryder Hines will be the quarterback. Matter of fact, in our 2 games that we're doing this week, brand new starting quarterbacks for all 4 programs. Antwerp Montpelier tonight, Eden Edgerton then coming up tomorrow night. Antwerp leads the overall series with Montpelier 6-2. Montpelier won last year by the final of 24-16. That is a conversation about tonight's game being brought to you by Brian Ford. Remember, at Brian Ford, they're proving that small town service always matters. You can get big city selection, very competitive pricing, and a team that treats you like family. New Fords, quality pre-owned vehicles, and financing made easy. Brian Ford, where neighbors help neighbors drive home happy. We'll step out, take another break, and when we come back, we'll talk more about this matchup here tonight. It's opening night in high school football. Montpelier and Antwerp on a Thursday on B-Rock Sports.
Black Swamp Equipment, with locations to serve you in Bryan, Archibald, Defiance, and Adrian, Michigan, is the place where you can get a variety of tools and outdoor power equipment. In fact, it's second to none. In the tri-state area, there isn't a friendlier or more knowledgeable staff than the one at Black Swamp Equipment. And they're happy to help you find the perfect tool to complete your job quickly, professionally, and economically. They are employee-owned and operated, and they take care of you in the best way possible. And they offer the best names in the business, like Grasshopper, available in the Archibald and Defiance location, Toro, Steel, Craft Tools, Miller Electric, Milwaukee, and so much more. Black Swamp Equipment, your one stop for all of your tools and equipment rentals. Locations again to serve you in Bryan, Archibald, Defiance, and Adrian, Michigan. Black Swamp Equipment.
Are you looking to make a difference in your community? The Fraternal Order of Eagles, Erie 2233 in Bryan, with a membership of more than 1,600, are committed in the support of all area schools and charities, with annual donations totaling more than $200,000. We committed to being an organization defined by people helping people. Our Erie features live entertainment on weekends and a kitchen that is open to the public, with daily breakfast, lunch, and dinner specials, and Friday night fish fries starting every football throughout the school year. If you're interested in being a part of an organization of people helping people, stop in and fill out a membership application today. We at the Fraternal Order of Eagles offer a one-time free first-year dues to all veterans, police, fire, and supporting first responders. For specific rules, stop in at 221 South Walnut Street in Bryan. To the listening audience on WBNO and WQCT, we say thank you and good luck to all area athletes in tonight's contest.
Whether it's a car accident, storm damage, or a fire, when the unthinkable happens, it doesn't matter if you saved money in 15 minutes. In this moment, it doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance you do. In this moment, what matters is that your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them have you covered. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Visit Andrews O'Neill & Lowe in Archbold, Bryan, or Wauseon, or online at andrewsoneillandlowe.com.
Back out here in Montpelier as we inch closer to the opening kick tonight between Antwerp and Montpelier. More numbers to pass along, more individual numbers on what's returning. For Antwerp tonight, a name to keep an ear out for or hear if you have your headsets on and watching for Antwerp is number 75. He is 6'4", 260-pound defensive lineman and offensive lineman Keegan Gray Wyckoff. Huge upside. He is a commit to Temple next season, and he has that ability to be monstrous and a disruptor up front. As far as actual numbers from last year, Gage Clevenger returns. He rushed for 643 yards and a couple of touchdowns a year ago. Braden Fuller caught 32 passes for 404 and 3 touchdowns. Michael Roars led the team in tackles with 107 and had 12 tackles for loss, while Gray Wyckoff had 66.5 tackles, 16 tackles for loss, and 5.5 sacks. Wes Hartsock, who is the quarterback for Montpelier, last year as a wide receiver, caught 54 passes for 704. Carter Meek rushed for 683 yards and 10 touchdowns a season ago, and Malachi Smith was the leading tackler at 84 last season. As we said, this is a Thursday night opener, and traditionally one of the other games that would go on around the area would be Defiance Napoleon. That is not happening tonight. They are playing tomorrow night. However, Pandora Gilboa and Columbus Grove are still playing on Thursday night. Bob Olin, the former head coach, among other places at Eden, will be making his Lima Shawnee debut tonight as the head coach as they take on Lima Central Catholic, among some of the other games that are happening around the area. We'll talk game changers presented to you by the Farmers and Merchants State Bank when we return after these messages.
Friday Night Lights are here, and whether you're cheering from the stadium or your own living room, make sure you've got the best seat in the house. Bryan Home Center on West High Street in Bryan has comfortable sofas, recliners, sectionals, and entertainment furniture perfect for football season. From kickoff to the final whistle, you'll enjoy every play in total comfort. Before the season begins, score big on quality furniture at hometown prices. Bryan Home Center on West High Street in Bryan, where championship comfort is always in the game.
In a world assailed by inflation, one store stands against the tide of rising costs. Direct Link, your ally in fending off overpriced appliances. Let's be real, appliance failure can happen at any time, but don't let inflation get you or your wallet down. Cash in on your Direct Link to savings and tell inflation, not today. Come down and visit our appliance family here in Bryan, right next to the Jumping Beans coffee shop. Grab a cup and see where more people are finding their Direct Link to great appliances at a low cost. Direct Link, winning the fight against rising costs.
From Friday Night Lights to packed gymnasiums and early morning practices, area athletes show dedication, discipline, and teamwork every day. Those same values drive Camco Industries, proudly established in West Unity and built on respect, teamwork, and continuous improvement. At Camco, people come first because working together is what builds success on the job and in the community. To all the student athletes across our area, good luck this season. Play hard, play smart, and stay safe. Good luck to all the area athletes from Camco Industries, West Unity.
Andy Brigle back with you here in Montpelier. The sky's filled with sunshine here on this Thursday evening. We'll dive into the lineups now for this one here tonight between Montpelier and Antwerp. Montpelier won the toss but have elected to defer to the second half, so Antwerp will get their hands on the ball first. Starting up front for the Archers will be Keegan Gray-Wyckoff at left tackle, Riley Smith at right tackle. The guards are Aiden Dunderman as the left guard, Tyler Overman the right guard, and the center is Braden Dunderman. The quarterback is Ryder Hines, the starting running back Gage Clevenger, and the four wides for Antwerp will be Braden Fuller, Parker Bermejo, Michael Roars, and Braylon Engel. Defensively for this Montpelier team, their three-man front will be Zane Stull and Ryan Riggenbaugh at tackles with nose-man Anthony Fletcher. The four linebackers are Carter Meek as the Sam, Hazen Smith is the Will, the Mike linebacker is Malachi Smith, and the J linebacker, which is another outside backer, is sophomore World Peace. The secondary, the corners are Xavier Eitneier and Jacob Lyons. The safeties are Keon Foster and Wesley Hartsock. When Montpelier has the ball on offense, Hartsock's the quarterback, Carter Meek the running back. The wide receivers are Xavier Eitneier, Dom Guilford, Jacob Lyons, and Keon Foster. The tight end is Malachi Smith. Up front, Ryan Riggenbaugh and Zane Stull, the tackles, left and right respectively. Anthony Fletcher is the left guard, Travis Clifford the right guard, and Mason Brown will get the start at center tonight. There was a little bit of a question mark on if he would start because of an injury, but he is good enough to go here tonight. Defensively for Antwerp, Keegan Gray-Wyckoff is the defensive lineman, along with one of the three defensive linemen, along with Aiden Dunderman and Riley Smith. The backers are Michael Roars, Tyler Overman, and Parker Lucas. And the five DBs are Ryder Hines, Gage Clevenger, Parker Bermejo, Braylon Engel, and Braden Fuller. A couple of other quick notes. Keegan Gray-Wyckoff, 2 sacks away from breaking the all-time career sacks record here at Antwerp. And for Montpelier, tonight we mentioned will be Wesley Hartsock's first start at quarterback. He is 28 yards away from being a 1,000-yard career receiver if he ends up as a wide receiver at some point, and is a receiving TD shy of the school record for a career as well. One other quick note, Malachi Smeltzer on the roster. He will be handling the kicking duties. He's dual sporting this year, of course, one of the best golfers for Montpelier this season. Game changers as we dive into that. One thing that I'm looking for Montpelier, how will that offensive line handle that defensive front, particularly Gray-Wyckoff? How much of a game wrecker can Gray-Wyckoff be when he's on the D-line? And can Montpelier get pressure from their D-line working against Gray-Wyckoff up front? Montpelier has to at least play even, I think more so on their offensive line, in keeping Gray-Wyckoff off Wesley Hartsock in this. It's opening week, so you're going to look for a lot of things like the turnovers, those are big every game, but especially in an opening game, who has fewer mistakes, whether they be turnovers or penalties here coming into tonight. Hey, and when it comes to your financial game, the right team makes all the difference. F&M is the game changer. They are your community bank, helping individuals, families, farmers, and business owners turn goals into game plans. From traditional banking to the latest in mobile banking, the F&M local bankers are ready to help you make your next move. Stop by your local F&M, including a location here in Montpelier, or visit fm.bank. F&M Bank, the game changer of the game, member FDIC. Coverage tonight also being brought to you by Knocking Point Outfitters, the Bryan Home Center, Williams County Veteran Services, and Midwest Community Federal Credit Union. As we said, our pregame show tonight and each and every night being presented to you by AG Irrigation, where you can maximize yield, minimize waste, and water when needed. Of course, Northwest Ohio has a defending state champ. Liberty won it all last year, breaking through after a couple of heartbreaking losses in the state championship games. They win the Division 5 state title last season and are riding that 33-game NWOAL winning streak. They will be Division 6 this year, which is a loaded Division 6. That region that they are in is extremely loaded. Liberty will open at home against the Tenora Rams. Officials, well, by the way, we're going to have plenty of time to dive into the schedule for tomorrow night as well. We'll do that more so at halftime of our game tonight. The officials working this game tonight, the six-man crew: Zach Grosjean, Dusty Gray, Bryce Bailey, Tyson Schnitke, Reyes Ramirez, and Dylan Woods are working the game tonight here in this one. Again, tomorrow night it will be Eden hosting Edgerton on B-Rock 100.9. We also begin a brand new journey on our sister station, Q96.5. In the last 12, 13, 14 years, we have had exclusively Brian games on there, but now Brian is a part of the rotation, and we will be covering Northwest Ohio games. Ian Hoffman and Aiden Muhlfeld will have the call on Q96.5 starting tomorrow night. They have Hicksville and Hilltop. For Montpelier fans, they'll be in Week 3 traveling to the Montpelier-Edgerton matchup for Week 3 on Q96.5. Week 2 will be Edgerton and Hilltop, so we hope you can flip over there on some game nights. And if you're a fan of those schools, checking them out tomorrow night. If you're a Hicksville-Hilltop fan, do check in for that tomorrow night. A debut as well. Zach Yoder, 2014 grad of Hicksville, will be making his debut as the head coach of the Hicksville Aces tomorrow night as they look to try to turn things around beginning tomorrow night when they take on the Hilltop Cadets. And again, a game that you'll hear on Q96.5. We're moving closer to the opening kick of our game tonight. Again, it's Montpelier and Antwerp. Antwerp leads the overall series 6-2, but Montpelier did win last year's game 24-16, the final in that one a season ago. We're going to step out, take one more break here in the pregame show. We'll come back and we're going to have football for the 2026 season. Looking forward to this journey. We mentioned Montpelier in a new conference, the Great Lakes Conference. Antwerp, of course, looking to improve on last year's 3-7, and the Green Meadows Conference, a conference that will again have some familiar names at the top in the GMC. Paulding, Fairview, Tenora expected to be the heavy hitters in the GMC. In the NWOAL, it's Liberty Center, and then Archibald right behind them. Archibald returns 19 of 22 starters, so that is a loaded, experienced Archibald team. But they got to find a way to break through against Liberty Center like everybody else does. And in the NWOAL, it is also worth noting, and I'm sure we'll talk more about this, Bill Inselman, who had already stepped away one time as head coach at Patrick Henry, announced that this will be his final season as head coach, the longtime mentor at Patrick Henry. And in Delta, it's a 2-year window for Mark Nagel, who is the head coach replacing Mike Vickers, who had come back. Mike Vickers stepping away, and Mark Nagel saying he's going to guarantee that he'll do 2 seasons in this stint as head coach of the Delta Panthers. We'll see Delta, by the way, on B-Rock next week in what should be a terrific matchup. Fairview at Delta next week here on B-Rock 100.9. They played a fantastic game in Sherwood last season, and looking forward to that in week 2. But we're really looking forward to this one tonight because we get a chance to get the game and the season underway here tonight between Montpelier and Antwerp. Field looks absolutely gorgeous here tonight. So if you're making your way here, great turnout on a Thursday night. This game moved to a Thursday night. They needed to accommodate officials and get officials because of a shortage, so we decided to play this on a Thursday. And some Northwest Ohio folks that maybe aren't Antwerp Montpelier people just want to get the football season started and see high school football. They've made their way here tonight. So now, time to step out. We'll be back to Montpelier, and we'll have that opening kick for the Locos and the Archers when we return.
At Eden Farmers Co-op, with locations in Eden, Edgerton, and Montpelier, they're more than just a store. They're your partner in the field and at home. For a complete line of pet supplies, animal feed, bird food, and outdoor products to Land O'Lakes feed and seed treatments, they've got you covered. Need grain storage and drying, fertilizer, or soil sampling? They're here to help. Plus, their reliable feed mill services are second to none. Eden Farmers Co-op, your neighborhood country store for all your farm and home needs. Stop in today and see why they're trusted by their neighbors like you.
Plumbing problem? Heating or cooling trouble? Don't let a small issue turn into a big headache. Call Starks Plumbing and Heating. Our experienced team delivers dependable service, quality workmanship, and straightforward solutions to keep your home or business comfortable and running smoothly. When you need help, you need someone you can trust. Choose the local professionals at Starks Plumbing and Heating Services. Call Starks today, the team you can count on.
Looking for a great car without breaking 20 grand? Head to Darrow Shirkey Ford in Montpelier, home of the largest selection of cars under $20,000 in the tri-state area. And no matter your credit situation, all credit types get approved. At Darrow Shirkey Ford, you can count on reliability, trust, transparency, and a great service department to keep you on the road. Come see Lupe Cantu and Randy Shirkey at Darrow Shirkey Ford in Montpelier. Trust, transparency, selection. That's exactly what every customer is looking for.
Donaldson's Ace Hardware on North Union Street in Bryan is having a garage sale through the whole month of August. Save big with great markdowns on all garage sale items and other in-store specials as well. Donaldson's carries a large selection of pool supplies too, along with all the other power and hand tools you need for any project. Anything you need from Ego battery-powered outdoor equipment to Wild Bird food and furnace filters. Donaldson's Ace Hardware on North Union Street in Bryan is your helpful hardware place.
It's time to transform your outdoor space into a lush paradise. Taylor Muhlfeld and the crew at Taylor Made Landscaping specialize in turning your dreams into reality. Whether you're a business owner looking to enhance your curb appeal or a homeowner wanting to create your own personal oasis, they've got you covered. Call Taylor Muhlfeld today at 419-630-6017, servicing the tri-state area. And a special shout out to our hometown team, the Locomotives. Good luck in tonight's big game. You've earned your place, and we could not be more proud. That's Taylor Made Landscaping, 419-630-6017. Let's make your dream landscaping a reality today.
Andy Brigle back with you here in Montpelier as we get ready for the opening kick here tonight between Antwerp and Montpelier here at Hobie Krause Field in Montpelier, on a night that sees temperatures in the 70s here at kickoff, which I guess is something you could have this game be at 90 at kickoff in years past, and we may still see something like that before all is said and done here late August and in to September. But we are ready to roll here tonight. Montpelier and Antwerp. Again, Antwerp is going to get their hands on the football to start this game here this evening. Montpelier won the toss and deferred to the second half. Great crowd on hand here this evening for Montpelier and Antwerp. Antwerp traveling always pretty well and doing so here tonight. We did have parts of Williams County. I'm not sure if Montpelier got any, but parts of Williams County, including Bryan, about a 10 to 15 minute window where it downpoured earlier today and then quickly dried up. But everything dry and good to go here for this one tonight. Montpelier, Antwerp's already on the field, and Montpelier is about ready to out onto the field. And the Thursday night kickoff is just minutes away here from Hobie Krause Field in Montpelier. In Eden and Edgerton tomorrow night here on B-Rock 100.9. I want to thank our great advertisers. They include State Bank, Veland Chase, Donaldson's Ace Hardware, Darrow Shirkey Ford, and Camco of West Unity, among those who are being a part of our high school broadcast every game that we do here in the 26-27 season, whether it be football, basketball, or baseball. Montpelier decked out in their all blue uniforms, dark blue uniforms with a blue number, white, blue, and white and blue stripe, two-tone blue stripes. Antwerp in the blue pants and the white jerseys and blue numbers here tonight. Happy that you could be aboard here this evening for our coverage of high school football here on B-Rock 100.9. As we inch closer to that opening kickoff here tonight. Locos won 6 last year, had a 6-4 regular season. Advanced and lost to Mohawk again in the opening round to finish 6-5, while Antwerp labored through a 3-7 season last year. Andy Robinson, 19-23, is the head coach of the Locos. Jason Hale, 39 up, 38 down. It'll be Malachi Smeltzer on loan from the golf team. Montpelier, one of the schools where you can dual sport. He'll handle the kicking duties. Drifting deep for the Antwerp Archers will be Parker Lucas and Gage Clevenger. They would like to get it ideally into Clevenger's hands on the return here to as many times as they possibly can. All the blood, all the sweat, all the tears of two-a-days and August scrimmages, off-season weightlifting, all of that diminishing and drifting away now as we've got it teed up, and off we go for the 26-27 season for high school sports. Here's the return up the middle, 30-35, and twisting his way out near the 35-yard line will be Parker Lucas on that return. So a pretty good start to the opening drive here for Antwerp, led by their new quarterback, Ryder Hines. He's a 6'1", 190-pound junior. It'll be hash mark far side. Antwerp moving right to left here in this opening quarter of play. Clevenger over 600 yards on the ground last season for Antwerp. Hines is the only person in the backfield now, so it's a 5-wide empty look here for Antwerp. 3 down linemen for Montpelier. Hines with a 1st and 10 for the Archers at the 35-yard line. Belt high snap, fires near side. Pass is going to be broken up. Good defense for Montpelier by Jacob Lyons. It was intended for Braden Fuller, and it'll be 2nd down and 10, Antwerp at their own 35-yard line. Antwerp in the spread look. We'll see eventually Clevenger to get some touches. Hines will send 3 receivers to the right. Out of the slot, Clevenger comes in motion. They fake, giving it to him. Hines with the zone read keep, and he'll battle his way for about 8 out to the 43-yard line. Carter Meek among those to get the stop, but a good 2nd down gain for Hines on the zone read, so it'll be 3rd and 2 for the 1st down. 3rd down and 2 from their own 43-yard line. Montpelier defense trying to get this 3 and out to start this game. It's a 5-wide look. Trips to the right, twins to the left. Empty backfield. Hines on the run. Hines has the 1st down and more as he slithers out to midfield. He'll have 7 on the keep, and it'll be 1st down and 10. The Archers give him 6 actually as they spot the knee down at the 49-yard line. 1st down and 10. Antwerp at their own 49, just underway, a minute in, no score on the Andres O'Neill and Low scoreboard. 3 receivers to the left, twins go to the right, empty backfield. 3 down linemen for Montpelier, 3 backers. Another zone read keep for Hines, bounces off one tackle and then bangs his way out to down to the 45-yard line. Able to get away from Stahl initially, but Stahl ended up getting credit for that tackle. It'll be 2nd down and a long 4. Nose of the football almost touching the 45-yard line. 2 receivers to the left, 3 receivers to the right, staying empty again on 2nd down and a long 4. Hines on the run. Hines has a crease and a 1st down. Hines is then gang tackled, pushed from behind. Malachi Smith pushed him down to the 36-yard line, but he gets 10 on that gain, and they're having success tackle to tackle right now. 1st and 10, Antwerp. Jason Hale thinking this is a pretty terrific start. Now can they finish with points? 1st and 10 at the 36. Trips to the left, single receiver to the right. One running back is Clevenger. He'll get the carry. Good sharp cut to the right and still keeping the legs churning and still on his feet. Down inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. Got about 12. Should have gotten 3 or 4. But able to keep that low center of gravity, keep the legs moving, and a 1st and 10 for Antwerp down to the 24-yard line. Already the 7th play of the Antwerp drive. 2-by-2 look for the receivers. Clevenger in the backfield. Hines gets the snap. Clevenger gets the carry. Not much room that time as he'll be brought down by Anthony Fletcher. After a short gain of a yard, it'll be 2nd down and 9 from the 23-yard line. Opening drive of the night. Antwerp and Montpelier scoreless. We're 3 minutes in. Archers doing everything on the ground. Threw the ball on the first play of the game. Everything else has been either Hines or Clevenger running the football. Trips to the right. Wing left, receiver left. On this 2nd and 9, upcoming. Man comes in motion. It's Fuller to the near side. They give it to him on the jet sweep. Got a good block. Looks to get to the outside, and he'll be wrestled out of bounds at about the 21 or 2-yard line. Lions on the open field stop. He'll get just 2, and it'll be 3rd down and 7 for Antwerp at the 22-yard line. Hash mark to the near side. Line to gain is pretty close, pretty much the 15-yard line. So 3rd and a 7 snap, probably 2 downs to get it here. 5 wide look again, 3 receivers right, 2 to the left. Hines juggled the snap, stutter step, gets to the outside, turns it back inside, 1st down and more, 15, 10, and is inside the 5, knocked down at the 3. Hartsock saved the touchdown. Run of 18 for Ryder Hines, and they're finding success tackle to tackle. Hines, most of it. Clevenger, a little bit in there. 1st and goal at the 3. Trips to the right. Twins to the left. This has Hines written all over it again, and it is Hines, and Hines into the end zone for an Antwerp touchdown. Ryder Hines, 3 yards for the score, and an impressive season-starting drive for Antwerp as they go 10 plays, 65 yards, 9 of them on the ground, and draw first blood in this one. Gage Clevenger handles the PATs for Antwerp. Michael Roars is the holder. Extra point attempt coming up. And Antwerp having their way on that opening drive. Took almost 4 minutes off the clock. Snap, spot, kick is on the way, and Clevenger's PAT is good. First score of the season belongs to Antwerp, 7-0 on B-Rock Sports.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement of our young athletes that they receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of high school sports all season long on B-Rock 100.9. Contact your local Edward Jones financial advisor, Melissa Stockman, April Whitty, or Ryan Bethel today for all of your investment needs. Visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Antwerp with an opening drive to start this game. Ryder Hines going the final 3 yards. Ryder Hines, a lot of those yards in there. 10 plays, 65 yards to start this season. And now Montpelier will have to attempt to answer the bell here on their first drive of the 2026 season. Antwerp finding, as we said, success in the teeth of that Montpelier defense. Got almost everything tackle to tackle. Threw it once, ran it 9 times. And now Gage Clevenger will kick it away. Meek and Guilford among those deep, along with Hartsock. Clevenger will keep it on the ground. A little squib kick that'll be, Caden Clark will fall on it at the 37-yard line. So Montpelier will get a good start to their first possession of the 2026 season. With a 1st and 10 coming up officially at the 38-yard line. We mentioned all the losses, big hitters for Montpelier in recent years of the program. Sharps, Cooley, Pontius, Staler, among those all gone. Hartsock, the quarterback now. His halfback is Carter Meek. Receiver to the left, receiver to the right. Smith is the tight end to the right. 1st and 10, Montpelier at the 38, moving left to right. Guilford comes in motion to the near side. Inside give goes to Meek. He finds a hole and gets out near the 45-yard line before he is spun down after a gain of 6 on the play. Gage Clevenger coming up to make the tackle. Keep an eye on, again, especially on, he's playing both ways, but his future is on the D-line, and that's the Temple commit, Keegan Gray-Wyckoff. Lines up right now on the right side of his defensive line, left side of Montpelier's offensive line. 5 wide look here for Hartsock and Montpelier. 3 receivers left, 2 to the right. Hartsock's first pass. It will not happen now. He's going to have to tuck and run, and Hartsock's athleticism will get him a 1st down, and I think they're going to add to it as Parker Lucas hit him right on the boundary at the 47-yard line. It was a run of 9 for Hartsock, but they're going to add to it, it appears, on the late hit. Personal foul penalty. We'll take this thing down from the 48 to the 33-yard line. So 1st and 10, Montpelier. They had it anyways, and then add 15. 1st and 10 at the 33. Locos go left to right, trailing Antwerp 7-0. 7:23 to go, first quarter. Trips to the right, single receiver left. Meek is the lone setback. Hartsock in the gun. On 1st down and 10 at the 33. Play clock at 8. Meek goes in motion. They'll toss it to him, trying to get him to the edge, and nothing doing. Strung out nicely. Parker Lucas makes up or attempts to atone for what just happened by getting a loss of 2 on that play back to the 35-yard line. Good lateral quickness that time from Parker Lucas. So 2nd and 12 from the 35-yard line of Antwerp. Montpelier football. First drive of the season for them. Antwerp took the opening kickoff, went 10 plays and 65 yards for the first score of the season. Meek in the backfield. 2 receivers to the right. 1 receiver left and a tight end to the left. Antwerp showing blitz off the edge. It's picked up. Throw on an out route is caught here on the near side. Good grab by Dom Guilford, who will be thrown down at the 17-yard line. It'll be shy of a 27-yard line, not 17, 27-yard line. Shy of a 1st down. 3rd and about 6 for the 1st down. Nearing the midway point. Actually, this snap will happen under the halfway point of the first quarter. 3rd and medium here for Montpelier. Meek remains in the backfield as the only running back. 2 receivers right, 1 receiver to the left. Tight end to the left. 3 down linemen for Antwerp. Guilford in motion. They'll toss it to him, try to get him outside. Guilford turns it back inside and will be near the 1st down. Coming up is Clevenger to make that tackle, but he is going to be short of the 1st down. It'll be 4th and 1, and an easy decision here for Andy Robinson and Montpelier. The offense stays out there to go for it on 4th and 1. From the 26-yard line, 4th and 1. They're going to put Hartsock under center. Meek and Guilford in the backfield, and now a timeout is going to be taken. Timeout spent by Montpelier. 5:07 to play in the quarter. 7-0 Antwerp. 4th and 1 Locos offense when you come back.
Everyone's financial story is different, and every story deserves a partner who listens. At Midwest Community Federal Credit Union, we're here to help you build confidence, make smart financial choices, and move toward what matters most. From daily banking to dream big milestones, this is your home for making money moves. Let's write your next chapter together. Visit MidwestCommunity.org to learn more today.
4th and 1 for this Montpelier offense. Ball nestled just outside the 25, near the 26-yard line. Antwerp, great start to this thing as they took the opening kickoff and went 65 yards in 10 plays. TD run for Ryder Hines of 3 yards out. Now the Montpelier offense with a 4th down and 1. Montpelier spent that timeout. Hartsock will work out of the shotgun. Meek is in the backfield. They have 3 receivers bunched left. And we're looking at a down, maybe not a down marker, but one of the sticks over there. Or is it an injured player that we're looking at over there? Either way, Montpelier has retreated to the huddle. It's on that far side. Trainers, nobody's on the turf. I can't see if there's somebody standing in a little mini huddle on that far side. 5:07 to play in the first quarter of football. First game of the season. It was an official they were talking with. And now we're ready. It's an official, I think, that's maybe being tended to over there in some way, shape, or form. 4th and 1. We'll try to keep an eye on that. 4th and 1. Meek is the only running back. 2 receivers left, receiver to the right. Guilford comes in motion. They'll have Hartsock keep it. Hartsock has the first down as he's dragged down and near the 20-yard line. Hartsock picking up close to 6 on the run, and it'll be first down and 10 for Montpelier near the 20-yard line. It is one of the members of the crew who is sitting down in kind of a crouched position on the Antwerp sideline. So we are down one official right now. 1st and 10, Montpelier. Ball resting just inside the 20. So call it the 19. Little confusion breaking the huddle. Play clock down at 8. We may see a Montpelier. Now they're getting into motion. Play clock at 4. Hartsock with a running back. Hartsock on the keep to the right. Steps out of one tackle. Now he's going to reverse his field. Back to the left. Has a lot of daylight. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Wesley Hartsock. And it was all Wesley Hartsock. A design play coming right. Nothing there. Totally reverse field back to the left. Found green grass. Found the end zone. And after Ryder Hines, the Antwerp quarterback scored. Wesley Hartsock answers right back for Montpelier with a 19-yard TD run. Athleticism in space. Now, Malachi Smeltzer to try to tie this game. Left-footed kicker. Snap, spot, kick. There's a flag down. The extra point is good, but let's hold on and wait on the flag. Montpelier's heading off as if it was either they didn't see it or they think it's on Antwerp. And it looks like it is going to be against Antwerp, so the PAT will stand. 7-7 game as Montpelier answers Antwerp's opening drive with an opening drive touchdown of their own. 4:19 left first quarter. We'll be back.
Miller's Body Shop on Whitaker Drive in Montpelier is the place to go for all your vehicle body work. Whether it's a new or old car, Miller's has been working for you for over 40 years, so you know it's a body shop you can trust. They offer a full-service body shop, auto service shop, along with used cars for sale as well. Stop by Miller's Body Shop and take a look at their used car lot. And if you're in need of some body work, give Miller's Body Shop in Montpelier a call today. Miller's Body Shop, wishing all the area athletes good luck in tonight's game.
Welcome back to Hobie Krause Field in Montpelier. Opening night of high school football in Montpelier and Antwerp. Tie game at 7 apiece. The quarterbacks fresh in their new jobs this season, getting the opening season touchdowns. Ryder Hines for Antwerp, Wesley Hartsock for Montpelier. That was a 9-play, 62-yard drive. Hartsock going the final 19 for the touchdown. And now Malachi Smeltzer to kick it away for the Locos. Don't forget Eden hosting Edgerton tomorrow night on B-Rock. Our coverage starts at about 6:30. Here's the Smeltzer kickoff. It'll come near side to Lucas. Lucas at the 10, 15, 20, 25. Got a little bit of a seam. Still on his feet. 30, 35-yard line. Good solid 25-yard return for Lucas. Isaiah Wolfenbarger got in on the stop. Smeltzer came in as well. So it'll be first down and 10 for Antwerp. Basically starting where they started to begin the game again, their own 35-yard line. Hines will have Clevenger in the backfield with him as a halfback to his left. Trips to the right, one receiver to the left. Now a late substitution. Antwerp needed another lineman. And now timeout, Jason Hale. Each team has taken a timeout. 4:09 left in the quarter. 7-7. Antwerp and Montpelier will be back.
Be part of the Montpelier Athletic Boosters and help support all the athletes at the Montpelier schools by calling 419-485-6785. The Montpelier Athletic Boosters would like to wish all the Montpelier athletes good luck in today's game. Strive to be the best, and you will succeed at everything you do. The Montpelier Boosters are proud of all your achievements. Good luck and do your best. That's all anyone can ask. And go Locos!
Welcome back here to Hobie Krause Field in Montpelier. It's a 7-7 game, Montpelier and Antwerp. Archers will start their second possession of the night. Sun beaming here around the area. Temperatures in the 70s, mid-70s at game time. Gage Clevenger is the running back. Again, 3 receivers to the right, 1 receiver left. Montpelier, 3 down linemen. Hines gets the snap. The zone read keep. Hines steps away from initial trouble, but can't get away from Malachi Smith. Ball came free, but he was down. Good initial pressure from Zane Stahl. Zane Stahl blew that play up and allowed Smith to come home and get him. It'll be a loss of 1. Second down and 11 now for Antwerp at their own 34. They'll put 3 receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Clevenger is the lone setback. Hines gives to Clevenger. Running right, nothing doing. He did get away from that first tackle, but he's going backwards now. The first contact was Ryan Riggenbaugh. Malachi Smith ended up getting the tackle, but Riggenbaugh blew it up. And it's back to the original line of scrimmage for Antwerp. Now a 3rd and 10. We've only seen Hines go to the air once, but probably going to have to here unless Antwerp decides to play it safe. 3rd down and 10. Antwerp at their own 35. Moving right to left. Hash mark near side. Empty backfield. Trips make that 4 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Hines looks, has plenty of time, throws down the middle, and it's incomplete. Pass intended for Michael Roars, but Foster had great coverage for Montpelier, and it will be a 3-and-out and the first punt of the season. Gabriel Wenslink will come on to kick it. Wenslink to kick it away. Guilford going deep, awaiting this punt near his own 30-yard line. Wenslink kicks it off the side of his foot to the right side, and it'll go out of bounds just inside Montpelier territory. Unless it came back and it'll spot it at the 49. So a 16-yard punt and no return. Terrific field position for Montpelier for their second possession of the game. 1:54 to play, first quarter, 7-7 Montpelier and Antwerp. Locos will have a 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line. Second series for Wesley Hartsock as the Montpelier quarterback. Two receivers to the right and to the left. Meek is the running back, Carter Meek. High snap, put it in the belly of Meek. Steps away from initial pressure and then falls into territory, Antwerp territory. Michael Roars wrestling him down at the 47-yard line. That'll be a gain of 4 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down and 6 for Montpelier. A Ryder Hines 3-yard touchdown for Antwerp. Wesley Hartsock 19-yard run for the Locos. And a 7-7 game. 2-by-2 look here for the receivers. Meek in the backfield on this 2nd down and 6 coming up. Plenty of time on the play clock at 10. Antwerp with 4 rushers coming. Pressure off the backside. Hartsock got a man open, incomplete. Underthrew Lyons. And Lyons got behind Antwerp, and it'll be 3rd down. They are fortunate that that's not 6. 3rd and 6 now for Montpelier with 66 seconds to play in the opening quarter. 7-7 game, Antwerp and Montpelier. So 3rd and 6. Guilford and Eideneyer go to the left. 3 receivers come to the right. They bring Meek out of the backfield in the slot to the right. Empty look for Hartsock. On this 3rd down and 6. Antwerp sending an extra blitzer and a square in route. It's caught for a 1st down. Eideneyer on the reception, needed 6 and picked up about 7 or 8 for the 1st down. And it'll be 1st and 10. Montpelier, an important 3rd down conversion here early. 1st and 10 Locos at the 40. Down to 45 seconds left in this opening quarter of play. Receiver goes left. Receiver comes to the right. Guilford is a left halfback. The right halfback is Carter Meek. Smith, the tight end to the right. Play clock at 5. Meek goes in motion far side. They'll give to Guilford. And Guilford nowhere to go. And there's the first time we see Keegan Gray-Wyckoff really cause havoc. He blew up that O-line from Montpelier and body slammed him to the turf for a loss of 2. And that'll be the final play of the opening quarter. Montpelier 7, Antwerp 7. End of 1 from Montpelier on opening night on B-Rock Sports.
Opening day is just around the corner. September 26th is the day, and now's the time to make sure your bow is ready. Bring your bow to Knocking Point Outfitters on County Road 17 east of Bryan and have it checked out before you head to the woods. And don't forget to like Knocking Point Outfitters on Facebook to see upcoming events, specials, and all the great items in store. Knocking Point Outfitters, the starting point for every perfect shot.
Welcome back to Montpelier. Good start, good first quarter here between the Locos and the Archers. 7-7 game. Happy to have you on board. Coverage each and every game being brought to you in part by Direct Link Appliances, Black Swamp Equipment, the Bryan Eagles, Newcomer Schaefer Breininger, Peltz Lumber Company, Edward Jones, and your local Edward Jones advisors, Melissa Stockman, April Whitty, and Ryan Bethel. And also brought to you by Andres O'Neill and Lowe. Both teams scoring on their first possessions of the game and the season. Ryder Hines, a 3-yard run for a touchdown for Antwerp, and Wesley Hartsock, a 19-yard TD run for Montpelier, the equalizer. Now we have a 2nd down coming up here for the Locos. 2nd and a couple. Ball will be at the 42-yard line of Antwerp. Hash mark near side. Montpelier will move right to left. Again, a move for Montpelier this year, and along with Eden, Hilltop, North Central, into the Great Lakes Conference. The Toledo Area Athletic Conference is no more. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers to the right. Is there any truth that they'll meet for film exchange here at Hobie Krause Field? It's inside story that can be shared another time. They're getting the chains right now, and when I said 2nd and 2, I didn't think so. There was a loss on that last play, so not 2nd and 2, 2nd and 12 from the 42-yard line. So 2nd and 12 for this Montpelier offense. 2x2 again for this Loco wide receiving core. Halfback to the left, Hartsock in the gun. 3 down linemen and an edge pressure coming, and they bring it, and he's going to get home on Hartsock. Clevenger, but they can't bring him down initially, and now it will be a sack back at the 47 or 8-yard line. Several names, Riley Smith, Braden Dunderman. It was Gage Clevenger that blew it up, though, to begin with. He was that edge rusher that was creeping up, and a huge loss all the way back to the 46-yard line. And now it will be 3rd and forever for this Montpelier offense. 3rd and 21 for the first down, back at their own 47-yard line. Just underway, quarter number 2, 7-7. Antwerp and Montpelier on the Andres O'Neill and Low scoreboard. 5 wide look, trips to the right, twins to the left. Middle blitzer coming. It's picked up by the Locos, but it's flushing Hartsock out of the pocket. He'll sling it down the middle into coverage, and then almost into the hands of the deeper receiver. Meek was the initial intended target, but then Foster came free, and they almost were able to make the connection with Foster, which would have been a first down. But cannot make the play, and it'll be a punting situation for Montpelier. Their first punt of the season here coming up. Sophomore punter World Peace will be in to punt it away for the Locos. Single man deep for Antwerp. Waiting inside the 20-yard line. The Peace punt, it will be Fuller who will let it bounce. And World Peace's first punt is a good one. It'll be downed inside the 15 at about the 12-yard line. So Antwerp will take over there, first down and 10. And a long field. First time tonight, a long field for one of these teams. A drive that will begin at their own 11-yard line. So Ryder Hines in the offense heading back out for the 3rd time. 10:46 left first half. 7-7 game, Montpelier and Antwerp. Doubleheader week here for us. Edgerton at Eden tomorrow night. Hines has an empty backfield. He has 2 receivers and a wing to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Hines going to run. Hines at the 10, stutter step outside, now turns back to the middle. Forward progress might give him a yard. He is stacked up by a bunch of Locos there. Abel Stoy was there. Wesley Hartsock was there. We'll call it 1, and it'll be 2nd down and 9. Maybe actually forward progress, maybe closer to 2. 2nd down and 8 out at the 13-yard line. Antwerp not wanting to make any kind of a mistake down here. Empty set again. That wing will flip from the right to the left. They run left. And Hines bounces outside. Hines is going to be dragged down from behind out across the 15 or right at the 15-yard line. Hazen Smith, Ryan Riggenbaugh, Keon Foster there. And it'll be 3rd down from the 15. So 3rd and 6 for Antwerp at their own 15. Trips to the right. Two receivers to the left, empty backfield on this 3rd down and 6. Hines looks. Now down the seam, got a man wide open, caught at the 40, 45-yard line, a stiff arm, and a first down to Michael Roars. Smith got the tackle for Montpelier, but that is a gain of 32 out to the 47-yard line, and what an enormous 3rd down conversion for Antwerp, and they're quickly on the ball, going with a little tempo now. 3 receivers right, 2 to the left. Hines is the quarterback, and he's running straight ahead, still plowing straight ahead. Stoll brings him down, but not before he gets into Montpelier territory at the 47-yard line. Pickup of 5 or 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down, and we'll call it 4. And again, Antwerp to the line of scrimmage. Clevenger is the halfback. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Now they're going to bring Clevenger out here as a 4th receiver on 2nd down and 4. Hines, a quick screen to the near side. Caught at midfield, Fuller. 45, downhill to the 40. Skips out of bounds at about the 38-yard line. Heitmeyer with the tackle. But it'll be a first down pickup for Antwerp down to the 39-yard line. Tempo working for them here. 1st and 10 at the Montpelier 39-yard line. Montpelier had them pinned in a 3rd and 6, but Antwerp with a big conversion. 2 receivers left, a wing to the left, 2 receivers to the right, empty look. 1st and 10. Clevenger in motion, jet sweep, give to him, cut back at the 40, and he is able to muscle his way down to the 36-yard line. Gets about 3. Smith the tackle for Montpelier. Hazen Smith. So it'll be 2nd down and 7. 2nd and 7 at the 36. Antwerp quickly on the ball. 5 receivers set. 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Plenty of time. Down the middle. Looking for Roars. It's broken up and could have been intercepted. In and out of the hands of Smith again. And it'll be 3rd and long. Hazen Smith had good positioning there, just did not look it in for the interception. So now 3rd down and maybe closer to 7 for the first down. 3rd and 7 at the 37. Clock stopped at 8:07 to play in the half. Antwerp and Montpelier tied at 7. 5 wide look, 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Hines looking to run and nothing doing this time. Great job getting into the backfield. Anthony Fletcher able to bust through that right side, and it'll be 4th down and 8. And Antwerp going to keep the offense out there, it appears. They're at the 38 of Montpelier. They need 8 yards for the first down. 7.5 to play, first half. Hines. 3 receivers left, 1 receiver right. Clevenger in the backfield on 4th down and 8. 3 down linemen for Montpelier. Hard count for Hines, so maybe they just try to draw him off and then milk it to 1 and take a timeout potentially. Nope, the snap comes. Hines wasn't ready for it. Ball's on the turf. It's still loose. It's not going to matter. It's going to be Montpelier football. And a miscommunication from Antwerp. And boy, disaster striking, because that thing skipped on the turf and ended up being officially a turnover on downs. But now Montpelier will start in plus territory at the Antwerp 37. So they not only didn't get the first down, they didn't even have, I think that they were just going to bleed that clock all the way down, take a timeout, and then maybe go for it again or maybe punt it. Either way, they weren't going to snap it, or at least Hines didn't think they were going to snap it. And then the snap came, and he wasn't ready. And now Montpelier handed an opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the Antwerp 37. 2 receivers left. Here comes the blitz. Inside give. They ran where the blitz was. And Meek is going to twist his way down to the 31-yard line. He'll get 6. Clevenger the tackle. It'll be 2nd down and 4 for Montpelier. 6:50 to go, first half. 7-7 game, Montpelier and Antwerp. Locos 6-game winners last year. Antwerp 3-7. Montpelier won this game a year ago, 24-16. Twins to the left. receiver and a tight end lining up to the right. Carter Meek is in the backfield. Hartsock in the gun on this second down. Closer to 5 here for the first down. It'll be Hartsock. Little shake move, but can't get anywhere initially. Keeps his feet, but then is going to be brought down by Clevenger for a loss outside the 35, back to the 36-yard line. And now it will be a 3rd and about 8 or 9 coming up for that first down. 3rd and 9, Montpelier at the 37-yard line of Antwerp. Midway through the second quarter. Antwerp and Montpelier deadlocked at 7 here on our Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. 2 receivers to the left for the Locos, a receiver and a tight end to the right. Meek is going to be the lone setback. Play clock at single digits at 7. Hartsock, screen to the near side, caught at the 40. Looking for running room and nowhere to go for Jacob Lyons. Clevenger having himself a game on the defensive side. Great tackle in space at the 36. Gain of 1, and now the Montpelier offense is staring at a 4th down. It'll be a 4th down and 8 at the 36-yard line. Hartsock is over talking to Andy Robinson, so they probably are going to bleed this thing all the way down. Play clock down to 13. Montpelier not in any kind of a huddle, not getting to the line of scrimmage. Play clock down to 7. At 6, it's 4th down and a long 8. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver to the right, and Antwerp just jumped off sides. They were coming on a blitz. Parker Lucas just got a little jumpy, and that'll cost him 5, and an enormous difference now on play calls from a 4th and 8 or 9 to now 4th and a long 3 from the 32-yard line. 4:46 and counting to play. First half. 7-7 Montpelier and Antwerp. We're going to reset the play clock here. It will be 4th down. 4 to go from the 32-yard line. 2-by-2 look here for receivers. Carter Meek, the running back. Hartsock with a 4th and 4 in Antwerp territory. Man in motion to the near side, Guilford, and Montpelier will move too soon. We talk about penalties, especially in the early going. And that's a Montpelier mistake. So they'll give the 5 yards right back. And now you're back to 4th and 8 or 9 again. Outside the 35, out near the 37-yard line. 4th down and 9. Both teams scoring their touchdowns on opening drives. Play clock coming all the way down, and Montpelier will spend a timeout. 3:57 left in the half. 7-7 game. Locos and Archers. We'll be right back. Well, we'll stay right here with 3:57 left in this opening half. Montpelier 7, Antwerp 7. It'll be a 4th down and 9 just outside the 36. Ball resting nose of the football on the 36-yard line. A timeout remaining for the Locos. Antwerp with 2 remaining. So 4th and long. The touchdowns belong to the quarterbacks tonight. Ryder Hines of Antwerp, a 3-yard score to start the game. Answered by Wesley Hartsock on a 19-yard TD run to tie this thing at 7, and that's where we're at. Both teams have been in the others' territory, but have not been able to score. And here's Montpelier with that chance. 4th down and 9. 3 receivers to the right. A wing to the right, tight end, or a 1 receiver to the left. A little roll to the right for Hartsock, running away from Gray Wyckoff. Hartsock going to run, skips to the 30, lowers the shoulder. Where do they spot him? I think it's going to be short. Dylan Woods has already said it is short of the first down. He signaled Antwerp ball, unless he signaled the wrong way. He spotted it short and immediately pointed Antwerp. And that's where it's going to be. They needed about 9, and they'll get 8. And Antwerp will get the stop on downs. So 1st and 10 for Antwerp at their own 27-yard line. Still at a 7-7 game. They have a pair of timeouts left and plenty of time. 3:47. Clevenger goes in motion. They fake a bubble to him. Hines wants to throw over the middle. Throws down to nobody, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked off near midfield by Keon Foster. And that's a throw that Hines would love to have back because he just threw that to an area. I'm sure that's where the route was designed, but he threw to the area, and the game's first turnover belongs to Antwerp committing it, and Montpelier with a takeaway. And they'll have it again in plus territory. This drive will start at the Antwerp 45-yard line. 1st down and 10 Locos, 45 of Antwerp, 3:38 to go in the half. Montpelier 7, Antwerp 7 on the Andres O'Neill and Low scoreboard. Guilford will come out in a slot to the left. That'll be a 3-receiver set. 2 receivers go right, so an empty backfield for Wesley Hartsock. Hartsock gets the snap. Hartsock under pressure. Gray Wyckoff coming to get him, and he flipped it towards a lineman, and they're going to be ruled an incomplete pass. The officials immediately signaled incomplete pass. Hartsock was getting heat from the get-go from Keegan Gray Wyckoff. And are they now taking it back and saying fumble? Because they have the ball spotted all the way back at the 46-yard line. At least one official, and I think it was Dusty Gray, signaled incomplete pass. And now they're discussing, it's going to be an illegal touch by a lineman, or is it going to be an intentional grounding? Intentional grounding, because there wasn't an eligible receiver in the area. That's a loss of down, but Gray Wyckoff making his presence felt on that snap that time. Stops the clock at 3:31 to go here in the first half. They'll mark this at the 40-yard line, 41-yard line. So 14 yards on the loss. Remember, again, loss of down. So it's 2nd down and 24 for Montpelier back at their own 41-yard line. Trips to the right, twins to the left, empty backfield. No Gray Wyckoff on this play. He is getting a blow on that far sideline. Guilford in the most far side. They'll throw a bubble screen to him. Catch made by Guilford. Looking for room. Cutback move. Got some lateral quickness, but he ran right into the arms of Ryder Hines. Just a short gain of 2. And it'll be 3rd and 22 now for Montpelier. Back at their own 43. Antwerp, I was just going to say, are they electing to not use one of their timeouts? And just as they say it, they do take one of their 2 remaining. 3:09 left in the half. 7-7 Montpelier and Antwerp. We'll be right back.
Newcomers Schaefer, Spangler, and Brininger have served Northwest Ohio for over 120 years. They provide a full range of legal services, including real estate transactions, estate planning and trust administration, elder law, family law, business planning and litigation, personal injury, workers' comp, criminal and traffic defense, and more. Newcomers Schaefer, Spangler, and Brininger also supports the athletes in schools in Northwest Ohio and wish them the best of luck in this game.
3:09 remaining, first half of football. Montpelier and Antwerp tied at 7 here on our Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. Second straight possession for Montpelier that began in Antwerp territory. Started at the 37 of Antwerp last drive and gave it up on downs. Then after an INT by Montpelier, a drive that started at the 45, but then you had an intentional grounding call against Montpelier and retreating back to a 3rd and 22 at the 43. Both teams with a timeout remaining here in this first half. 3 receivers left, 1 receiver to the right. Hartsock with a running back in Meek. Hartsock, a pump, a look down the near sideline. Got a man open, it's caught! 30, 20, 10, out of bounds at the 5. 1st and goal. The reception for Jacob Lyons, and then a late flag, and I think it's going to be possibly on Lyons for talking after. It will be a gain to the 3. 54 on the pass play on 3rd and 22, and then it's a taunting penalty after, so it will come back to about the 18-yard line. That's a dead ball penalty, 2:59 mark. Hitting a home run ball. Jason Hale and the defensive staff cannot be happy about that. When you're 3rd and 22, everything stays in front of you. Lions ran a great route, used that speed down the sideline. They also called... So there's going to be both enforced. There was a roughing the passer penalty called also on Antwerp. So that bailed Montpelier out because the taunting penalty, well, it was post-foul. That was dead ball. So we had it all stepped off. We're already back at the 17-yard line. So both enforced. Continuing action penalty, then a dead ball penalty. So it's 1st down, Montpelier at the 17. 1st and 10, Montpelier at the 17-yard line. 2:59 left. Time not an issue here for Montpelier. They have a timeout remaining if they need it. Andy Robinson just getting a final explanation from Zach Grosjean, the back judge. And now we're ready for a Montpelier snap in this offensive series to continue. Montpelier looking for their first lead of the game and the season. They have a 1st and 10 at the 17. Trips to the right, twins to the left. Officials asking for time on the play clock, getting that set. And now we're ready to put the ball in play. Hartsock has an empty backfield. 3 receivers right, 2 to the left. Now he'll bring Guilford in motion to the far side of the formation. Hartsock on the quarterback draw. Nothing doing. Good job by Antwerp defensively. Gray Wyckoff got defensive penetration. Also into the backfield for Antwerp was Michael Roars. No gain, and it'll be 2nd down and 10 from the 17-yard line. Montpelier in no hurry whatsoever here. Under 2.5 to go, first half. 7-7, Montpelier and Antwerp. Locos will send 2 receivers to the left, 3 receivers to the right. Hartsock, the lone man in the backfield. Play clock at 5. At 4, Guilford in motion. At 3, Hartsock gets the snap. Hartsock looks, flush from the pocket, looks downfield. The ball slipped out of his hand and falls incomplete. Immediately, it was moving forward. It was a forward pass. So it'll be 3rd down and 10 now from the 17, and we are stopped exactly at 2 minutes to play here in the first half. 3rd down and 10 from the 17. Final decision being made on this play call. Hartsock has Meek in the backfield. Two receivers both ways. He'll flip Meek from the right to the left as the left halfback. Guilford in motion, far side. 3rd down and 10 at the 17. Hartsock stepping away to the left. Hartsock down the middle, got a man open near the goal line. A sliding grab is made by Lyons, and he's in for the touchdown. Had to wait and see if the ball crossed, and on the 3rd down, Wesley Hartsock slings one to Lyons, and Montpelier has their first lead of the season. 17-yard TD pass, and able to overcome a couple of 3rd and longs, one of them 3rd and 22. Good series for Lyons. He caught the big one, and then he caught the touchdown to give Montpelier the lead with 1:52 to play in the half. Now Malachi Smeltzer is coming on for the extra point. Kick is on the way, and he punches it through to make it 14-7 Montpelier. A rushing touchdown for Hartsock, and now a passing touchdown for Wesley Hartsock as we stay right here since we are just a couple of minutes away from the intermission. High school football tonight also brought to you in part by AG Irrigation, the Farmers and Merchants State Bank, Brian Ford, the main stops of Northwest Ohio, and Zach Miller, your local State Farm agent. He'll be bringing us the post-game show all season long. So 1:52 to play. We're in the second quarter. Montpelier and Antwerp, 14-7 Locos in front here on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. Part of our doubleheader weekend to start the 2026 high school season. Edgerton at Eden tomorrow night, with coverage starting at about 6:30, kickoff at 7. Lucas and Clevenger going to be the deep men for Antwerp. See if Montpelier squibs this thing, or will they elect to kick it deep? Smeltzer. The run up and the kick for Malachi, and it's one of the up men with the grab. Big fella, Aiden Dunderman, 5'11", 257-pounder with the grab, and he just falls forward to make sure that he has it and make sure that there is good field position for Antwerp. And there is at their own 32-yard line. They have a timeout remaining, Antwerp does. Montpelier too, but Antwerp will, probably all depends on what happens with this first down play. First and 10, Archers going left to right. They have it at their own 32. Fuller, late substitution, play clock's at 2, at 1, and they didn't get it off, or did they get a timeout? It would be their last timeout. They did not take it. It's a delay of game. That can't happen. You're bringing that together. No. So 1st and 15. Opening night mistake, but that'll be one that Jason Hale would tell you that can't happen. That's basically a dead ball situation. You got to have your personnel out there. 1st and 15. Trips to the left, twins to the right. Man in motion to the far side, Clevenger. Hines back to throw. Hines running out of some time, being chased. Hines just throws it away. Nobody there. Did he get it? And he didn't get it back to the line of scrimmage, I don't believe. He was outside the tackle box. Did he get it back to the line of scrimmage? There is no laundry on the ground, so it'll be 2nd down and 10. In the officials' estimation, they said he did. No flag. 1:42 to go in the half. 14-7, Montpelier. Antwerp with a 2nd and 15. Back at their 26-yard line. Trips to the right, twins to the left. 3 down linemen for the Locos. Hines gets the snap. Quarterback draw. Hines slithers into the hole out to about the 30 and is somersaulted backwards. Malachi Smith led the way. Montpelier has a timeout remaining. And are they going to maybe save it for third? Not taking it here. Some time going to tick away. He did get about 3, so it'll be 3rd and 12 for Antwerp at their own 30. One running back, Clevenger. 3 receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Hines, low snap. Hines on a rollout. Hines got a man, and they find him out at the 40. Pass is caught, but I think he's going to be short. Hartsock laid the wood on the Antwerp receiver, which is Parker Bermejo. He's 2 yards short of the first down, and it brings up 4th down. Jason Hale from his own 40 has a 4th and 2 coming up. Offense stays out there. 35 seconds left in this first half. A big gamble if they go for this. Jason Hale says, hold on, they're not snapping it. There was miscommunication and a bad snap earlier in this quarter. Play clock down to 9, down to 8. Game clock at 20. Antwerp probably going to burn their final timeout right now when they do, with 13 seconds left in the first half. So Antwerp without a timeout. They have a 4th and 2 at their own 40. And they trail Montpelier 14-7. Stay with us. Our main stops of Northwest Ohio halftime show is coming your way. We'll take a look at some of those first half numbers of this game between Montpelier and Antwerp, and also peek ahead to what's in store for week 1 of high school football. We'll check the matchups for tomorrow night in week 1. On a Friday night, our game, of course, is Eden and Edgerton. Let's see what happens here with Antwerp coming out. They have a 4th and 2 at their own 40 and 13 seconds left in this first half. Do they punt and risk a bad snap? They send the offense out there, banking on, I guess, that if they don't get it, Montpelier would only have time for maybe 1 offensive snap. Empty backfield, 3 receivers left, 1 to the right, back to throw. Hines looks, slings, it's in. No, it's caught, far side at midfield. Or did they rule it down? His knee was down. Knee was down at the 48-yard line. He gets 8 on the pass play. Antwerp doesn't have any timeouts. 7 seconds. Soon as it's spotted for play, the clock will wind. It's winding. Hines will kill it with 3 seconds to play in this first half. So barring a defensive penalty, this will be the final snap coming up. It's 2nd down from their own 48-yard line. Down marker still shows 1, but it should be 2nd down. There it is. So 2nd down at the 48-yard line. Hines, 4 receivers bunched to the left, 1 receiver to the right, and now Andy Robinson will burn his final timeout. You're listening to high school football here on WBNO FM in Bryan as we cross the 8 o'clock hour. Glad you could join us, spend part of your Thursday night with us. Our first Thursday opener that we've experienced here in over 3 decades of games. Other games have happened. Defiance, Napoleon kind of alternate playing on a Thursday night. Not doing it this year. It's a Friday night game. Allows us to get 2 in to start high school football. Eden Edgerton tomorrow night, week 2. Whew, looking forward to that one. First trip to Delta in a long time as the Panthers will host Fairview next Friday night here on B-Rock 100.9. Good way to close out August in week number 2. So 2nd and 10, Antwerp at their own 48. Montpelier's deepest man is back at their own 30-yard line, inside their own 30, and that's Braxton Richmond. 2 receivers both ways. Hines, a rollout to the right. Hines throws a wheel route, and it's tipped in the air, intercepted by Hartsock. He's at the 40. Hartsock's at midfield, and Hartsock's going to run out of room and runs out of bounds at the 40-yard line. That's a 2nd turnover by Antwerp, but that one a desperation throw downfield, and that's how the half comes to an end. Good, entertaining first half of football to start the season. And now we do have a flag that came down behind the play. Illegal man downfield. Nope, this is a penalty against Montpelier. So the half not over yet. Well, he signaled a legal man downfield, but against Montpelier, so that can't be it. So it was signaled wrong. It's a penalty against Montpelier. And this is a big mark-off. That's a pretty big penalty for that. That had to be something dead ball to bring you down to the 35-yard line. Boy, this is big because it wasn't post-possession. So that INT is erased. Antwerp now, they're in striking distance. Final snap from the 35. Hines throws, and that's going to be now intercepted officially. And instead of Hartsock, it'll be Carter Meek that will get the interception to end the first half. So all of it does lead to a second INT thrown by Ryder Hines. So first half is complete from Hobie Krause Field in Montpelier. Our score here at the intermission is Montpelier 14, Antwerp 7. Stay with us. Our main stops of Northwest Ohio halftime show gets underway when we return.
At State Bank, we're proud to be making community banking great again with real people, real relationships, and real service you can count on. Since 1902, we've been invested in our neighbors, businesses, and the future of the communities we call home. If you're ready for a bank that puts community first and always has, make the switch to State Bank today. Stop by any State Bank location or check us out at yourstatebank.com. State Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Winter is coming, and now's the time to keep the cold out. At Peltz Lumber Company, find the quality products you need to make your home warmer, more comfortable, and ready for winter. Upgrade with Anderson windows and Masonite doors. Great choices for keeping the cold air out and the warmth in. And whether you're building, remodeling, or tackling that next project, Peltz Lumber has all the lumber and building materials you need to get the job done right. Visit Peltz Lumber Company in Montpelier or Pioneer. Peltz Lumber Company, building your projects and protecting your home from the elements.
Here at the Williams County Veteran Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we can help you at the Williams County Veteran Service Office.
Veland Chase wishes local high school sports teams a successful season. As one of the leading brass suppliers in the United States, Veland Chase manufactures brass rods, forgings, ingots, and water armor plumbing fittings at the two plants located in Holiday City. To learn more about products and job opportunities, visit brassjobs.com. Chase a brighter future with Veland Chase.
And we welcome you back to Hobie Krause Field in Montpelier. Happy to have you here with us on this Thursday night as Antwerp and Montpelier are at the break. It is 14-7 our score. Our halftime show brought to you by the main stops of Northwest Ohio. Every stop is always a main stop. Antwerp took the opening kickoff to start this thing. They went 65 yards in 10 plays, capped off by a Ryder Hines 3-yard touchdown run, and Antwerp went on top first 7-0. Montpelier was able to answer right back. They would go 62 yards in 9 plays on a Wesley, finished off by a Wesley Hartsock 19-yard touchdown run to tie it at 7. The teams would exchange punts. Then on their next a couple of possessions. Then they would exchange turnovers on downs. Antwerp would throw their first of 2 interceptions, and after that first interception, Montpelier would be able to cash in on a 45-yard drive in 6 plays. Wesley Hartsock found Jacob Lyons for a 17-yard TD pass, and that was after they converted a 3rd down and 22 play coming up here as part of that drive to make it a 14-7 game. Some of the numbers, the very even first half of play, 10 first downs in the game for Montpelier, 9 for Antwerp. Montpelier, 12 rushes for 39 yards. Antwerp, 18 carries for 80 yards. They're averaging 4 yards a carry. Montpelier, 3 yards a carry. 6 of 10 through the air for Wesley Hartsock for 89 yards and a touchdown. Ryder Hines is 5 for 10 for 58 yards and a couple of interceptions with those 2 turnovers. 3rd down conversions, Antwerp is 3 of 6, Montpelier 2 of 6. Antwerp 1 for 2 on 4th down, while Montpelier is 1 for 4. 1 sack in this game reported for Montpelier. We said Hartsock has gone officially 6 of 9 for 89 yards. Jacob Lyons has 73 of those receiving yards on 3 catches in this game. Hartsock 6 carries for 36 yards. Carter Meek 4 rushes for 13 yards in this game. Ryder Hines 5 of 10 for 58 yards. 2 catches for 40 yards for Michael Roars to lead the way. Parker Bermejo has a catch for 10 yards. Braden Fuller 1 reception for 8 yards. And then Hines is the leading rusher, 12 rushes for 63 yards. Gage Clevenger has 4 carries for 16 yards. Thank you, sir. All of that adding up to Montpelier leading Antwerp at the intermission by the score of 14-7. Stay with us. Our main stops in Northwest Ohio. Halftime show continues. We'll check out Week 1 Friday night games when we come back.
Looking for a great car without breaking 20 grand? Head to Darrow Shirkey Ford in Montpelier, home of the largest selection of cars under $20,000 in the tri-state area. And no matter your credit situation, all credit types get approved. At Darrow Shirkey Ford, you can count on reliability, trust, transparency, and a great service department to keep you on the road. Come see Lupe Cantu and Randy Shirkey at Darrow Shirkey Ford in Montpelier. Trust, transparency, selection. That's exactly what every customer is looking for.
The Antwerp Athletic Boosters would like everyone to know how proud they are of the Antwerp Archers athletic teams, both the girls and the boys. They always work very hard, putting their heart into every game they play. The Antwerp Athletic Boosters will always be proud of them and will always support them. Good luck to all the players in today's game from the Antwerp Athletic Boosters, proud supporters of all the Antwerp athletics.
John Dye and everyone at Strong Real Estate in Montpelier would like to wish all the athletes in tonight's game good luck. Located right in the heart of Montpelier, Ohio, Strong Real Estate Solutions is successfully helping people find that perfect home, building lot, or commercial property. Strong Real Estate Associates are available to provide you with full service in all your real estate needs. Contact John Dye today at Strong Real Estate Solutions in Montpelier, Ohio.
This sports season, every winning team starts with a strong foundation, and so does your home. At Bryan Home Center on West High Street in Bryan, you'll find quality flooring that's built to go the distance. Whether you're updating one room or the entire house, choose from beautiful carpet, hardwood, luxury vinyl plank, tile, and more. Expert advice, professional installation, and hometown service make Bryan Home Center the home team's choice. Cheer on our local athletes, then stop by Bryan Home Center on West High Street in Bryan, where every great home starts from the ground up.
Welcome back to Montpelier as that sun continues to descend. Things cooling down just a little bit here as the night goes on. Beautiful opening night weather, though, and a terrific start to the season in a 14-7 Montpelier lead. Tomorrow night, our broadcast game will be Edgerton at Eden. It will be game number 54 in the series. Edgerton leads all-time 35-18. They played twice last year. Edgerton rolled on opening night 41-14, and then Eden exacted revenge in an opening round playoff game on Halloween night 28-21. Of course, new head coach at Eden, Jamison Weisel, taking over for Bob Olwen. Bob, of course, now the head coach at Lima Shawnee. They are playing tonight in Lima at Central Catholic. Paulding has a new opener. They have Crestview back on the schedule for the first time since 2020. Crestview leads the all-time series with Paulding 18-15. They'll play tomorrow night in Convoy. Of course, the Panthers on the heels of a history-making season last year, going 11-1 and going a couple of rounds in the playoffs. Crestview went 6-4. Wayne Trace will be at New Bremen tomorrow night. New Bremen leads that overall series 1-0. They just played last year for the first time ever. Genoa's at Archibald tomorrow night at Blue Streak Stadium. The Blue Streaks have never lost to Genoa. They are 5-0 all time, including winning last year 33-28. Archibald went 9-3 last year. Genoa 11-2. Bryan is at Van Wert tomorrow night. The Cougars have dominated that series 61-22. There have been 3 ties through the years. Van Wert has won the last 8 games, including mauling Bryan 42-7 last season. Last time Bryan won in that series was back in August of 2016. Bryan trying to bounce back from a 2-8 season. Van Wert went 5-5 a season ago. Other games being played tomorrow night. Tenora is at Liberty Center tomorrow evening. With the exception of 2020, Tenora and Liberty have played week 1 every year since 1991, and this will be the 36th meeting overall. Liberty Center has dominated this rivalry 29-6 through the years, and since Casey Moeller took over back in 2017, Liberty Center has won 9 in a row overall. Tenora, solid team coming back. They went 5-5 and got in, lost in the opening round of the playoffs. Of course, Liberty Center, the state champs last year in Division 5. They dropped to Division 6 this year. They have Ohio State-bound lineman Kellen Weimer to lead the way. But he's not the only player that's going to the next level. Jackson Lonizak is committed to the Ivy League to play at Penn at linebacker. Wauseon is at Fairview tomorrow night, another one of those NWOAL GMC games. It's the 45th meeting. Wauseon leads the series 27-17. Fairview has won the last 2, including a 34-28 win last season. Fairview 10-2, but they're going to be breaking in a new quarterback tomorrow night as well against the Wauseon Indians. Wauseon trying to bounce back from a subpar season. Delta will be at Ayersville tomorrow night. They have played off and on throughout the years, most of that through the 80s and 90s. They picked the series back up in 2021. It'll be the 17th meeting overall. Ayersville leads 9-7 in that series. So Delta's at Ayersville. In a game that you can hear tomorrow night on our sister station, Q96.5, Hicksville is at Hilltop, and we'll be breaking in our new crew, Ian Hoffman and Aiden Muhlfeld, tomorrow night. Coverage will start 6:35, 6:40, somewhere in there, as Hicksville and Hilltop match up tomorrow night on 96.5. They played each other quite a bit through the 70s and into the early 90s. Played every year from 1972 through 1991, and then again in 96, 97, and 99. And now they will play for a 26th time. Hicksville has won 18 of the previous series matchups. They are 18-5-2. The last 3 meetings in the 90s saw Hilltop go on a winning streak in that series. And, of course, Hicksville breaking in a new coach tomorrow night in Zach Yoder. So those are some of the games to keep an eye on for week 1 of the high school football season coming up tomorrow night. And see if we missed anything. Oh, Saturday games that will be played. Well, let's back up. On Friday night, we did miss a couple of games that we didn't preview. Swanton is at North Central tomorrow night. Defiance at Napoleon in that renewal of the rivalry. Evergreen is at Delphus Jefferson. Patrick Henry will host Milan Edison tomorrow night. Saturday, 8-man games. There are a pair of them. Southington Chalker is at Stryker, and Holgate will host Fremont St. Joseph. Halftime here tonight, 14-7. Montpelier with the lead over Antwerp. Our halftime show being brought to you by the main stops of Northwest Ohio. We'll take another break, come back with more from Montpelier in just a moment.
Black Swamp Equipment with locations to serve you in Bryan, Archibald, Defiance, and Adrian, Michigan is the place where you can get a variety of tools and outdoor power equipment. In fact, it's second to none. In the tri-state area, there isn't a friendlier or more knowledgeable staff than the one at Black Swamp Equipment. And they're happy to help you find the perfect tool to complete your job quickly, professionally, and economically. They are employee-owned and operated, and they take care of you in the best way possible. And they offer the best names in the business, like Grasshopper, available in the Archibald and Defiance location, Toro, Steel, Craft Tools, Miller Electric, Milwaukee, and so much more. Black Swamp Equipment, your one stop for all of your tools and equipment rentals. Locations again to serve you in Bryan, Archibald, Defiance, and Adrian, Michigan. Black Swamp Equipment. The team at the Antwerp Exchange Bank is a proud supporter of all the Paulding County schools and all of the Paulding County athletes. The Antwerp Exchange Bank has a brand new branch opening in Paulding, so stop in and check out the brand new location. Also, the Antwerp Exchange Bank is the only Paulding County bank locally owned. Best of luck to all the Paulding County schools this year from the team at the Antwerp Exchange Bank, your headquarters for all of your banking needs.
Miller's Body Shop on Whitaker Drive in Montpelier is the place to go for all your vehicle body work. Whether it's a new or old car, Miller's has been working for you for over 40 years, so you know it's a body shop you can trust. They offer a full-service body shop, auto service shop, along with used cars for sale as well. Stop by Miller's Body Shop and take a look at their used car lot. And if you're in need of some body work, give Miller's Body Shop in Montpelier a call today. Miller's Body Shop, wishing all the area athletes good luck in tonight's game.
At Eden Farmers Co-op, with locations in Eden, Edgerton, and Montpelier, they're more than just your neighborhood country store. They're here to make your life easier. They carry a complete line of pet supplies, animal feed, bird food, and outdoor products. Plus, they offer Land O'Lakes feed, seed treatment, grain storage and drying, fertilizer, soil sampling, and top-notch feed mill services. Their knowledgeable and friendly staff is always ready to help. Eden Farmers Co-op, trusted by neighbors like you. Stop by today.
We're back here in Montpelier at Hobie Krause Field in Montpelier, where the Locos lead Antwerp 14-7 at the intermission. High school football coverage all season long, not just football, but basketball and baseball, being brought to you in part by Knocking Point Outfitters, State Bank, the Bryan Home Center, Williams County Veteran Services, and Veland Chase. Well, we'll see about those second half adjustments. I thought both teams showed more good than bad. It was a fairly clean game for the opening half of football. I mean, we did have 2 turnovers committed by Antwerp, but penalties for the most part were down. You weren't seeing one of those nights where it was a flag on every second or third play. Certainly more good than bad from both teams as they're both looking to take leaps this season. I think Antwerp thinking to take a bigger leap on the heels of a 3-7 season last year. But all in all, I think both coaches have to feel pretty decently about how the first half happened tonight and unfolded on August the 20th, knowing that they're going to be completely different teams September 20th, October 20th, and then moving forward as well. So we'll kind of keep an eye on those adjustments. I think for Montpelier, they did a better job. I think the in-half adjustments were pretty good, especially, well, I guess you could really say that about both teams after initial drives by both teams. But in particular, Montpelier, they really were able to dig in after Antwerp thoroughly dominated the opening drive and found some success between the tackles. Keegan Gray Wyckoff, who is off to Temple next year as a D1 commit, had flashes of dominance in the first half, but I think they need to continue to see more consistency out of him, because he's a young man that can own the line of scrimmage, and in a lot of these games against some of these teams he plays should own the line of scrimmage overall. So halftime about ready to come to an end as the teams are heading back out onto the field here tonight. And again, next week for week 2, well, before we get to week 2, tomorrow night again, Edgerton at Eden in the broadcast game at 7. Pregame starts around 6:30. And then week 2 for us on B-Rock will be Fairview at Delta on August 28th. Meanwhile, Q96.5 begins coverage of Northwest Ohio football tomorrow night. It'll be Hicksville at Hilltop tomorrow evening. Should be a very competitive game tomorrow night. And then week 2 will be Hilltop at Edgerton. And then in week 3 on Q96.5, it'll be Montpelier at Edgerton on Q96.5. I'll be in Bryan that night in week number 3, starting the month of September. That'll be Fairview at Bryan. So that's just a few of the games that are coming up, both on B-Rock 100.9 and our sister station, Q96.5. Montpelier is going to get the football to start the second half when we resume play here. Remember, they won the toss and deferred to the second half. The weather has been tremendous here tonight. Now that the sun has set, things will cool down just a little bit, but you know, games on August the 20th and 21st tomorrow night, you could easily find those games being high 80s, low 90s at game time, and tons of humidity and cramping, and we haven't seen any of that tonight. So let's step out one final time. We can tell you the halftime show has been brought to you by the main stops of Northwest Ohio. There is still time remaining on Thirsty Thursday to get your 79-cent drinks at all the main stop locations. And remember, your best stop is always a main stop. 14-7, Montpelier leads Antwerp. We start the second half when we come back.
Are you looking to make a difference in your community? The Fraternal Order of Eagles, Erie 2233 in Bryan, with a membership of more than 1,600, are committed in the support of all area schools and charities, with annual donations totaling more than $200,000. We committed to being an organization defined by people helping people. Our Erie features live entertainment on weekends and a kitchen that is open to the public, with daily breakfast, lunch, and dinner specials, and Friday night fish fries starting every fall throughout the school year. If you're interested in being a part of an organization of people helping people, stop in and fill out a membership application today. We at the Fraternal Order of Eagles offer a one-time free first-year dues to all veterans, police, fire, and supporting first responders. For specific rules, stop in at 221 South Walnut Street in Bryan. To the listening audience on WBNO and WQCT, we say thank you and good luck to all area athletes in tonight's contest.
Stop what you're doing and save big at DirectLink, now open in the brand new location at 576 Old Street in Jonesville, Michigan. Shop top brand appliances from Whirlpool, GE, and Electrolux with front load laundry sets starting at just $8.98. Looking for even bigger bargains? Check out the huge selection of brand new and scratch and dent refrigerators, ranges, washers, dryers, and more, all priced to move and ready to go. Visit DirectLink today at 576 Old Street in Jonesville. Call 517-826-5008 and discover why savvy shoppers are making DirectLink their first stop for appliance savings. Hurry into one of our 3 stores in Bryan, Wauseon, or Jonesville today.
From Friday night lights to packed gymnasiums and early morning practices, area athletes show dedication, discipline, and teamwork every day. Those same values drive Camco Industries, proudly established in West Unity and built on respect, teamwork, and continuous improvement. At Camco, people come first, because working together is what builds success on the job and in the community. To all the student athletes across our area, good luck this season. Play hard, play smart, and stay safe. Good luck to all the area athletes from Camco Industries, West Unity.
I'm Chris Cannell, and at Andrews O'Neill & Lowe, I love being part of a team whose mission is simple, to serve our clients, community, and each other. That's why we've partnered with Auto Owners Insurance to provide trusted coverage with people who care just as much as we do. From families to farms and businesses to homes, we're here to protect what matters most. Andrews O'Neill & Lowe and Auto Owners Insurance, neighbors you can rely on.
About ready to start the second half here from Montpelier. It is 14-7, Locos with the lead. And again tonight, both teams breaking in first-time starters at the quarterback position. Ryder Hines for Antwerp and Wesley Hartsock for Montpelier. And both performed pretty well in that first half of play, all in all. It will be Montpelier sending Dom Guilford as the deep man here to receive the Antwerp kickoff, handled by Gage Clevenger. Archers grabbed the 7-0 lead to start the game. Montpelier now has scored 14 unanswered to carry a 14-7 lead here into the second half of play. Guilford waiting on this kickback near his 20-yard line. Neither team has really elected to kick deep here in this one. Settling for either squib or line drive kicks. Clevenger is ready, and away we go here in the second half. That is a deep one that'll be fielded at the 14 by Guilford. 20, sideline right, 25. Got a block to the 30, and nowhere to run. Good defensive, or special teams play, I should say, made by Luke Jones, a freshman special teams player, got there first. And with forward progress, it'll be spotted 27 or 8-yard line here for Montpelier. 1st and 10 for Montpelier. Leading it 14-7. It'll be the 28-yard line officially. So Hartsock predominantly from the gun. Meek, the right halfback. Two receivers to the right, two receivers to the left and a tight end to the left. One wide receiver to the right side. Hartsock gives to Meek. Meek with running room, 30, 35, 40. Cut back, look out, 50, 40. One man to beat, 30, 20, 10, 5. He's drug out at the 22-yard line. Carter Meek, home run ball to start the second half, setting up a 1st and goal as he erupts for 70. Good vision, too, in the hole because he started left and then a quick dart to the right and found daylight. Once he got to that second level, he had just one man to beat. 1st and goal at the 2. Two receivers stack wide to the left. One receiver to the right. Meek remains in the backfield with Hartsock. And now they're asking for the play clock to be reset, and they'll get it. So 1st down and goal at the 2. Meek at left halfback now. Smith, the tight end, on the left side of the formation and movement. So that will cost Montpelier 5 on the false start. So it'll be 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line. Electric start to the half for Meek and Montpelier. The 70-yard run set them up on the 2. Now it's back at the 7. 1st down and goal following the false start penalty. 14-7 Montpelier on the Andres O'Neill & Lowe scoreboard. Ball resting, hash mark to the near side. Two receivers left, one receiver to the right. They flip Carter Meek over to the right side of Hartsock on this 1st and goal. Hartsock on the keep, nowhere to go. And that was Keegan Gray Wyckoff, who came screaming up the middle and got home in a hurry. It's a loss of 3, back to the 10. And it'll be 2nd and goal, Montpelier at the 10. Couple of minutes into the second half. 14-7 Locos on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. 2nd and goal at the 10-yard line. Twins to the left, at a tight end to the left, one receiver to the right. Meek remains in the backfield on this 2nd and goal from the 10-yard line. Play clock down to 7. Meek in motion. They toss it to Carter Meek. Meek trying to get the edge and not going to get there. Gray Wyckoff again found Carter Meek. It will be a run, though, of 5, and it'll be 3rd and goal at the 5. 4 down territory, you would assume here, unless there's a loss of like 4 or 5 potentially. Maybe they'd think Smeltzer field goal. 3rd and goal at the 5. Dom Guilford has checked in now for Carter Meek. Guilford will line up in a slot. He'll be out there with Lyons and Foster. Going wide to the left will be Xavier Eidneyer. 3rd and goal from the 5. Hartsock with the play clock at 2. At 1, they just get the snap off. Hartsock under duress, throws in the end zone. Caught, touchdown. Malachi Smith able to shed his defender. And Wesley Hartsock gets his 2nd touchdown pass of the game as Smith found himself wide open. A 72-yard drive set up by the 70-yard Carter Meek run. And now the extra point coming from Malachi Smeltzer, the left-footed kicker. And he pushed that one, but it still slid through somehow. That was sliding left, but it got in between the uprights just barely. 8:50 to go in the 3rd. 21-7 Montpelier on B-Rock Sports.
Get to Donaldson's Ace Hardware on Union Street in Bryan and pick up your gallon of paint to finish up those outdoor projects at tremendous prices. Find the newest colors that are trending for 2026 and the best paint on the market. Clark & Kensington. Clark & Kensington paint should be your paint of choice. With excellent coverage, washability, and a lifetime warranty, Clark & Kensington paint with the primer built right in is the only paint you'll ever buy. And Donaldson's Ace Hardware on North Union Street in Bryan is ready to help. Ace, the helpful place.
We welcome you back here to Montpelier. 21-7 Montpelier with the lead now. First 2-score lead of the night or season. That was a 4-play 72-yard drive. Hartsock has been a part of all 3 Montpelier touchdowns tonight. 2 TD passes, one to Malachi Smith, the other to Jacob Lyons, and then the 19-yard TD run. And now Antwerp has given up 21 unanswered after a passing drive to begin the night that went for points. They are in need of one of those kind of drives now. Skidding kick by Smeltzer will be scooped up at the 25 to the 30. Spin move by Clevenger, and he'll be submarined down just short of the 40-yard line. It'll be a 1st down and 10 for Antwerp out at their own 38-yard line. Some storylines across the area, not just the 2 games that we have this weekend, but new quarterbacks for a lot of different teams this season. 3 receivers left, 2 to the right. Hines on the quarterback draw. Hines able to fight his way for about 4 yards out to the 42-yard line. Dragged down from behind by Zane Stahl. The 270-pound defensive lineman has had an active game tonight for Montpelier. 2nd down and 6 from the 42. Antwerp 2-by-2 at the receiver position. Quarterback draw again, finding some success for Hines as he battles his way out near midfield. He'll be brought down. Ryan Riggenbaugh there in that pile. It'll be just short of midfield at the 49-yard line. So he'll get 7 on that run after getting 4. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. 4 minutes gone by, 3rd quarter, 21-7, Montpelier with the lead on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. Trips to the right, single receiver to the left, 1 running back, Gage Clevenger. He'll get the call. Clevenger into the heart and runs into traffic there. Riggenbaugh and Travis Clifford, a pair of juniors, sandwich him after a minimal gain of 2 to the 49 now of Montpelier. And it'll be 2nd down and 8, Antwerp. Moving right to left in this quarter. Twins right and left. There's also a wing lined up here to the left as well, as that'll empty the backfield for Hines on 2nd down and 8. 3 down lineman for the Locos. Bouncing to the right is Hines. Now he'll turn it inside. There's a penalty marker down a little bit behind the play. I'm going to think it's hold, and it has already been signaled a holding penalty against Antwerp. So that'll back them up now. And it'll be 2nd down and long for Antwerp back near the 40-yard line. Coverage tonight also being brought to you by Midwest Community Federal Credit Union, Donaldson's Ace Hardware, Darrow Shirkey Ford, and Camco of West Unity. So 2nd and 17 for Antwerp at the 42-yard line. 4 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right, empty for Hines. They'll throw a screen to Fuller. He's at the 40, got a block, 45 to the 50, and will be wrestled out of bounds here by Hazen Smith, the 5'10 sophomore. Gets all the penalty yardage back +1, and now it'll be 3rd down and 1 for Antwerp at 3rd and 9, I should say. 3rd and 9, Antwerp at midfield. Defensive linemen will rotate up front. Stoy and Stoll in as the 2 of the 3 down linemen. Rolling to the right is Hines. 3rd and 9. Hines on an out route. Pass is tipped and then caught by Clevenger. He's at the 35 and then motors his way down to about the 31 or 2-yard line. Antwerp catching a break there. Gain of 18. And it'll be 1st and 10, a 3rd and 9 conversion, and a huge one for Antwerp. 21-7 Montpelier. 6:51 left in the 3rd. Archers into Montpelier territory at the 32 or 3-yard line with a 1st and 10. Trips to the left, Twins to the right. Empty backfield for Hines. Hines, quarterback draw. Flag is up and down now in the air. And it will be a run of about, 8, 9? But is it for naught? It will be against Antwerp. Sideline warning. So that's not a penalty. And actually, he got closer to 10, and it will be 10 on that run. So Antwerp will have a 1st and 10 down at the 22-yard line. Trying to answer the Montpelier score. Montpelier up 21-7. This Antwerp drive, their first of the second half, is showing form of what they did to start this game. 2 receivers and a wing to the left. Inside handoff to Clevenger. Clevenger bottled up initially, but able to find a little crease. Anthony Fletcher brought him down around the 18-yard line. That's a good job by Clevenger, who was held to 16 yards in the first half unofficially, to find his way for about 5 there. It'll be 2nd down and 5 at the 18. More than midway through this 3rd quarter. And Montpelier leading 21-7 over Antwerp. 2 receivers right and left. Wing to the left as well. Man comes in motion. They'll give to Clevenger on the jet sweep. There was a little bit of an exchange problem on that give. He's going to be brought down by World Peace, the 6-foot, 180-pound senior, delivering World Peace to the jet sweeper. And it'll be 3rd down and 5. Three receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Probably 4 down territory. Ryder Hines on the keep. Hines has room, and he has a first down. It'll be 1st and goal as he powers his way for 10 down to the 7-yard line. Impressive Antwerp drive. Now can they finish with points? 1st and goal at the 7. (21-7) Montpelier, 4.5 to go in the third. Trips to the right, twins to the left, empty set on 1st and goal at the 7. Hines will bring a man in motion to the near side. Hines will run it off right side. Hines looking for the end zone, still battling and is down at the goal line. It will be 2nd down and goal at the 1. Carter Meek was among those in on the tackle. Also, Riggenball was there, but this was downfield. And now 2nd and goal, Antwerp at the Montpelier 1. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. This smells of Hines again, who has taken control with that offensive line of this drive. And it is Hines. And it's Hines who's cut down, but he got in. Falls forward. He was hit around the ankles, but able to fall forward for the touchdown. And Ryder Hines has his 2nd TD run of the night. This one from a yard out. And the Antwerp Archers have pulled back to within a score. Terrific answer on a 10-play, 62-yard drive. They started the game on a 10-play drive that got them points. And now Clevenger is coming on for the extra point attempt with 3:48 to go in the third. It is in the air, and it is good. Montpelier 21, Antwerp 14. 3:48 left in the third here on B-Rock Sports.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement of our young athletes that they receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of high school sports all season long on B-Rock 100.9. Contact your local Edward Jones financial advisor, Melissa Stockman, April Whitty, or Ryan Bethel today for all of your investment needs. Visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Well, the second half begins like the game began, just kind of reversing when each team scored. Antwerp started the game with a touchdown drive of 10 plays, only to see Montpelier answer. Although when Montpelier scored to start the second half, they had built a 2-touchdown lead. They did it with a quick-hitting 70-yard run from Meek to set them up on the doorstep, and then they scored. Hartsock to Smith. Well, this was a very methodical 10-play drive from Antwerp to come right back, finished with a Ryder Hines 1-yard run. And it's 21-14, Montpelier with 3:48 to play here in this first half. Gage Clevenger to kick it away here for Antwerp. They kicked it deep last time, or to Dom Guilford back near the 20. As we said at the intermission, there has been much, much more good than bad for both these teams on opening night. And that kick is sailing near side. It's going to go, nope, not going to make it out of bounds. Guilford has to come get it at the 23, and he is hit immediately by Luke Jones. Really good job on a directional kick that time by Clevenger. And Montpelier, not much on the return. 1st and 10 Locos at their own 24-yard line. Second possession for Montpelier in the second half. Wesley Hartsock has Carter Meek in the backfield. Malachi Smith hustling from the sidelines to his tight end position, lining up left side. 2 receivers left and a receiver to the right. Hartsock hands to Meek. Meek is still on his feet. 30-yard line, out near the 32-yard line. About 8 yards for Carter Meek before he is brought down deep in the secondary. Among those there on the stop was Robert Montgomery, a 5'9" sophomore. Parker Lucas was also there. Second down, a long 2, maybe closer to 3 from just across the 31. Now Dom Guilford is the lone running back. Twins to the left, receiver to the right. Hartsock on second and short on a zone read keep, nowhere to go. He'll lose yardage back at the 30-yard line. Aiden Dunderman, 5'11", 257-pound defensive lineman, able to punch his way through. And Hartsock losing a yard or two, and now it will be 3rd and 4 from the 30-yard line. 2.5 to go, third quarter, 21-14, Montpelier leading Antwerp. It was 24-16 Montpelier a year ago. Locos will send 5 wide, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. 3 down linemen for Antwerp. Empty backfield. Hartsock to throw. Hartsock flush to the right. Hartsock looking 30, 35, has the first down before he is brought down by Parker Lucas out at the 37 or 8-yard line. That'll be a run of almost 8 for Wesley Hartsock. Good job on the recognition there by Hartsock. Didn't have anything and then found some running room here on the near side. Next snap going to come under 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Locos 21, Archers 14. 2x2 receiver set. Single setback next to Hartsock. It's Meek that's in there, and it's Meek who'll get the run. Meek, not much running room that time. Stopped in the hole. Bentley Taylor, 5'11", 192-pound freshman. Also there for Antwerp was Riley Smith, 6'2" senior. Loss of maybe a half yard. We'll call it officially second down and 10 for Antwerp, for Montpelier, I should say, out at their own 38-yard line. Locos up 21-14. Hash mark near side is where it is spotted for Montpelier at their own 38-yard line. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Play clock down to 10. Guilford goes in motion. They'll toss it, sweep it to him. Guilford trying to get to the edge. Cut back and nowhere to go. Antwerp, great job. It's Gage Clevenger, who has been all over the football field tonight for Antwerp. He got home, and that's a lost yardage play back to the 36-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and 12 for Montpelier, back at the 36. Antwerp trying to maintain this momentum and get the football back. Under a half minute to play in the third. They'll empty the backfield. Hartsock, single receiver right, 4 receivers to the left. Hartsock on 3rd and 12. Hartsock steps up, now going to run, 35, 40, juke move to get outside, dives, and he's not going to get the first down. He stretched it to the 46-yard line and is going to be about 2 yards short of the first down as the third quarter comes to an end. It'll be 4th and 2 Montpelier at their own 46 when we start the fourth. 21-14 Montpelier with the lead. You're listening to opening night of high school football on B-Rock 100.9.
Newcomers Schaefer, Spangler, and Brininger have served Northwest Ohio for over 120 years. They provide a full range of legal services, including real estate transactions, estate planning and trust administration, elder law, family law, business planning and litigation, personal injury, workers' comp, criminal and traffic defense, and more. Newcomers Schaefer, Spangler, and Brininger also supports the athletes in schools in Northwest Ohio and wish them the best of luck in this game.
3 quarters in the books here from Montpelier. It is a 21-14 Montpelier lead. And 4th down and 2 coming up. Interesting decision coming up here. 16 first downs for Montpelier. They've now rushed for $133. Antwerp's run for 116. They have 15 first downs in this first half. Both these teams are making their way on the ground, doing their most damage in that area. And now on 4th down and 2, what will Montpelier elect to do? They are on their side of the field at their own 46-yard line. And that offense is staying out there. 4th and 2. Montpelier's up a score, 21-14. Will they snap? Will they draw them off sides? 4th and 2, or try to anyways. They send a man in motion to the near side in Guilford, and I don't think they're going to snap it. In fact, we're going to have movement on Montpelier. And that false start is going to make it 4th down and 7 now, and it will be a world peace punting situation for Montpelier. Montpelier has... This will just be the second punt of the game for them. Antwerp's only punted once. Going deep for the Archers will be Braden Fuller. 21-14 Montpelier as we begin quarter number 4. What will Antwerp elect to do here? They bring any heat, set up a return for Fuller on 4th and 7. Peace gets the helmet high snap. Left-footed punter gets it high into the air. Good hang time, not a lot of distance. In fact, it'll die at the 37-yard line. 23-yard punt, no return. And Antwerp will have it now. Down a score with basically the entire fourth quarter to go here. It'll be 1st and 10 Archers at their own 37-yard line. Antwerp just had a double-digit play drive that resulted in points to bring them within a touchdown. Pretty good way to start our 2026 season. Well played, competitive game. Hines with a 5-wide look gets the quarterback draw and is able to burrow his way across the 40 to about the 41-yard line. Hines will find his way for 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down and 6. Clifford there on the stop. Fletcher there too for the Locos. 2nd down and 6 at their own 41. Ball resting middle of the field. Antwerp moving left to right. Down a score, 21-14. Hines has Clevenger in the backfield. 2-by-2 at the wide receiver position. Hines gets the snap, gives to Clevenger. Clevenger with a cutback. Clevenger twirls forward, but he's going to be short of the first down, and we have a penalty marker down. Right now, he's at the 46 and about 1.5 yards shy of the first down. But we wait on the penalty here. Antwerp is going back. It's going to be an illegal shift against the Archers. So that'll move them back to a 2nd down and about 11 situation. Tomorrow night, Eden hosting Edgerton on B-Rock 100.9. We'll start coverage around 6:30. Kickoff will be at 7 on our sister station Q96.5. It will be Hicksville at Hilltop. Be keeping you updated on all the games around the area as well, plus the Guardians. 2nd down coming up. Hines on the run. Hines pounds his way out near the 44-yard line. Smith for Montpelier, Malachi Smith. He's their leading tackler from a season ago. And it will leave Antwerp with a 3rd down and 3 from their own 44-yard line. Line to gain is the 47. 10.5 to go in this one. 21-14 Montpelier on WBNO-FM in Bryan as we approach the 9 o'clock hour. Trips to the right, deuces to the left. 3rd down and 3 for Hines and the Antwerp offense. Hines to throw, quick screen, caught by Fuller. Trying to rally to the ball is Montpelier. Fuller falls forward. The spot on the near side looks like a good one. He needed 3, and if he got the 3, he just got it. And they're already signaling 1st down. That was an individual effort from Braden Fuller to get the 3 yards needed. First and 10, Archers at the 47 of their own 47. Fuller, a 6'1", 170-pound junior for Antwerp. Finding a way to get their athletes in space. 5 wide receiver set. 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Hines, nobody in the backfield. Fuller in motion. Jet sweep, give to Fuller. Bounces to the outside. And then Fuller was met by Foster. He kept the legs going, though. Foster didn't do a good job of breaking down and wrapping up. It should have been maybe a 2-yard gain, and it turns into a 5 or 6-yard gain. Again, it was Fuller making a play. Down to the 46-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 3, so he actually gets 7 on the run. Antwerp quickly on the ball. Trips to the right. Single receiver to the left. 2nd and 3. Clevenger in the backfield. Clevenger gets the hand. Nope, it'll be a zone read keep for Hines. And Hines powers his way near the 41, close to a first down. Meek and Smith converge on the tackle. And it is going to move the chains. And the Archers continuing to hang on to momentum here. Down at one time, 21-7 in this game. Have faced it to 21-14 and are on the move 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. 5 receiver set, 3 to the right, 2 to the left, and now we get a Montpelier timeout. 9:07 to play, 21-14 Locos, 1st and 10 Antwerp when we come back.
It's time to transform your outdoor space into a lush paradise. Taylor Muhlfeld and the crew at Taylor Made Landscaping specialize in turning your dreams into reality. Whether you're a business owner looking to enhance your curb appeal or a homeowner wanting to create your own personal oasis, they've got you covered. Call Taylor Muhlfeld today at 419-630-6017, servicing the tri-state area. And a special shout out to our hometown team, the Locomotives. Good luck in tonight's big game. You've earned your place, and we could not be more proud. That's Taylor Made Landscaping, 419-630-6017. Let's make your dream landscaping a reality today.
Andy Brigle back with you here at Hobie Krause Field in Montpelier. 21-14, Locos with the lead. Antwerp jumped on top 7-0. Montpelier scored 21 unanswered. The Archers cut it in half to 21-14 and now have the football 1st and 10 at the Montpelier 41-yard line. Trips to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Clevenger, the running back. Clevenger pulled it out of his belly, and no running room that time for Hines as Ryan Riggenbaugh able to break through and drag Hines down. And a cramping situation here for Riggenbaugh. He looks over to the sideline, says initially he's okay, but I think, it's a Montpelier. It's not Riggenbaugh. It's a cramp now upfield a little bit more, that maybe another cramp up the far sideline, and that's Jacob Lyons who is down. So it's a 2nd and long situation coming up here for Antwerp. With 8:56 to play in this one, 21-14 Montpelier. We have an injury timeout for a cramp, and we'll be back to Montpelier in just a moment.
Plumbing problem? Heating or cooling trouble? Don't let a small issue turn into a big headache. Call Starks Plumbing and Heating. Our experienced team delivers dependable service, quality workmanship, and straightforward solutions to keep your home or business comfortable and running smoothly. When you need help, you need someone you can trust. Choose the local professionals at Starks Plumbing and Heating Services. Call Starks today, the team you can count on.
All right, back out here at Hobie Krause Field in Montpelier. It'll be 2nd down and 11 for Antwerp back at the 42-yard line. Everybody up and off the field. And Carson Hughes has come in at quarterback because Hines was also down on that play for Antwerp. So Hughes is going to come out throwing as a freshman, and he makes a connection to Gage Clevenger on the far side. Be a short game of about, 3? to the 39-yard line. What a tough spot now for young Carson Hughes, 5'11", 147-pound freshman who is in there at quarterback. We saw the Montpelier kid down up the sideline on the far side, and then when we were in the timeout, the Antwerp injury, and that was Hines. So now 3rd down and 8. It'll be a handoff to Clevenger, who dances in the backfield and then runs into the waiting arms of Ryan Riggenbaugh and company, and nothing doing. It'll be 4th down. It's officially no gain, or maybe a half yard. It'll be 4th down and 7 for Antwerp at the 38 of Montpelier. Hines has come back on the field with 8 and change to play, and it appears as if Jason Hale will go for it. 4th down and 7 Antwerp at the 38-yard line of Montpelier, and the Archers down a score, 21-14. Clevenger in the backfield with Hines. 2 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Man coming in motion to the near side is Roars. Hines on a rollout. Hines to throw. It's tipped and incomplete. Good job on the deflection by Malachi Smith, and Montpelier gets the denial on downs. It'll be 1st down and 10 for the Locos at their own 38-yard line with 7:48 remaining. Hartsock with a smart play then defensively. Once Smith had tipped it, he absolutely blew up the wide receiver because the ball had been tipped. There would be no pass interference call coming, so he made sure nobody was going to catch it off the tip. 1st and 10 Montpelier. 3 timeouts remaining for Antwerp, 2 for the Locos. Montpelier up a touchdown. They'll have 2 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. 1 running back is Meek. That's a high snap, and it blew this play up. Hartsock just going to see what he can get out of it, and he got positive yardage, got about 4 before he is wrestled down by Aiden Dunderman. That could have been much, much worse. Hartsock being helped up by one of his linemen, Riggenbaugh. Gain of 4 officially. It'll be 2nd down and 6. A perfect situation, if you're a Montpelier fan, is a game-consuming and ending drive here to finish it. Can they control the ball, possess the ball? 7 minutes to go in this one. Hartsock from the gun. 1 running back to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Meek gets the carry. Stutter step move. Meek finds daylight and goes forward into Antwerp territory for the 1st down carry. Carter Meek having a terrific second half as he collects 8 yards on that carry, and it'll be 1st and 10, Montpelier at the Antwerp 49-yard line. This is a perfect example of when Joe Q Public thinks when you run a spread and you run 4 and 5 wide, they just assume that the spread offense is throw it 40, 50 times a game. That's not this spread offense. It's a spread, but it is a heavier run-oriented offense right now. Guilford in motion to the far side. They'll pull it and a run and keep for Hartsock, who bangs his way down near the 45-yard line. Gain of about 3 for Wesley Hartsock. Gray Wyckoff on the stop for Antwerp. Gain will make it 2nd down and 7. We're halfway home in the 4th quarter. 21-14 Montpelier on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. 2nd and 7 for the Locos, bleeding the play clock. Line of scrimmage for Montpelier is the 46 of Antwerp. Meek and Guilford are in the backfield. Montpelier moving right to left in this quarter. Guilford goes in motion to the far side. They'll hand it off to Meek. Bounces off one. Bangs his way off another. Finds his way down to the 43-yard line. Stop made by Ryder Hines after a gain of about 3 on the carry. And that will give Montpelier a 3rd and very manageable. 3rd and 4 Locos at the Antwerp 43. Ball in the middle of the field. Under 5 to play in this one. And Montpelier up 21-14. Twins to the right, one receiver to the left. Play clock at 15, so plenty of time there and ticking down. Meek is in the backfield. Meek will flip from the right to the left side. Play clock at 5, at 4. Hartsock gets the snap. Hartsock, quarterback draw. Hartsock bounces to the outside. Cut back at the 40, 35, 30, and out of bounds. First down, Montpelier. Good job up front by that offensive line, and then an even better job of Hartsock of utilizing and reading his blockers as he goes for 15 and a move the stick run for Montpelier to the 28-yard line. And a fresh set of downs for this Montpelier offense, leading it 21-14. Clock stopped as he went out of bounds. 1st and 10 at the 28. Guilford and Malachi Smeltzer getting some snaps now at wide receiver to the right. Going left is Xavier Eidnier. In the backfield is Meek. Meek is going to get the carry. Meek bursts into the hole, and he'll be hammered down at about the 23-yard line. Roars the tackle for Antwerp and Parker Lucas. That's a gain of about 5 on that run. So 2nd down and 5. Montpelier has a 9-play drive for a touchdown tonight. That was their first score of the night and the season. 2nd and 5 here from the 23-yard line of Antwerp. Montpelier up 21-14, 3:55 to go. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver to the right, Meek in the backfield. Guilford goes in motion to the far side of the formation. Handoff to Carter Meek. Meek, spin move, and he is brought down near the 18. That is going to be very close, and they've already signaled Montpelier first down. Carter Meek and Montpelier moving the sticks, leaning on that offensive line now. They returned 3 starters up front. It's a 1st and 10 for the Locos down at the 17 of Antwerp. Montpelier going for the kill shot here with 3 and change to play and up 21-14. Tight end to the left, 2 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Play clock at single digits. Hartsock on a wide snap makes the catch, and now the run, and lowers the shoulder and knocked out of bounds. No, they say forward progress, stayed in bounds at the 10-yard line. That's Hartsock on what could have been a busted play. He had to make that snap catch with one hand. He rumbled for 7, and it'll be 2nd down and 3, Montpelier at the Antwerp 10. Wearing down a lot of kids for Antwerp that are two-way guys. It's a drive that's approaching 6 minutes in clock time. We're under 2.5 to play. You have to believe Antwerp going to start using their timeouts here soon. They have 3 of them. It's a 2nd down and 3 coming up. Hartsock with Meek in the backfield. Meek gets the carry. Meek isn't going to find much running room there. Ryder Hines was there, and so was Michael Roars. And now a timeout is taken with 2:07 to play. It'll be a 3rd down and 2 coming up for Montpelier. Locos up 21-14. 2:07 left, and a crucial 3rd and 2 for Montpelier when we come back.
Every stage of life comes with a new money move. Your first car, a home you love, or finally paying off that stubborn debt. At Midwest Community Federal Credit Union, we're committed to helping you get there with better rates, smarter tools, and people who genuinely care about your future. Whatever your next step looks like, we're the destination for making it happen. Make your move at midwestcommunity.org today.
By the way, that timeout, a Montpelier timeout. Andy Robinson and company left with 1 now. They want to make sure that they have exactly what they want called here with 2:07 to play. Montpelier up 21-14. Ball nestled inside the 10 near the 9-yard line. It is 3rd down and 2 for the first down. 4-down territory for Montpelier. Unless you trust Malachi Smeltzer's leg, because a short field goal then makes it a 2-score game. But for now, let's see what happens on 3rd and 2. 2 receivers wide to the left. 1 receiver to the right. Meek in the backfield with Hartsock. Meek lined up as the right halfback. Smith is your tight end to the left. Now they'll shift Meek over to the left. Still plenty of time. 10 on the play clock. Hartsock, the clap, the high snap. Hartsock, the run. Hartsock maybe won. He didn't get the first down, and maybe just back to the line of scrimmage. And now a timeout, Antwerp and Jason Hale. And with 2:01, it's a 4th and 2 for Montpelier. Officially no gain. We're going to stay right here. Now, if you want to try it, it'd be about a 26-yard field goal for Malachi Smeltzer. And again, if he's able to connect, it would make it a 24-14 game. Montpelier leaning on this offensive line and a whole bunch of heavy doses of Carter Meek and Wesley Hartsock. And now a 4th down and 2 just inside the 10. And it appears as if that's the offense that's coming back out there. The thinking here is we either get it, keep the drive alive, we score a touchdown maybe on the play, or even if Antwerp gets the stop, they've got to go the length of the field in under 2 minutes and with 2 timeouts. So the Montpelier offense heads back out onto the field with a 4th down and 2. Twin receivers to the left in Lyons and Eideneyer. Meek is going to be in the backfield. Malachi Smith will be a tight end to the left. And now Montpelier will answer with a timeout of their own, their final timeout. They saw what Antwerp came out in, and they'll take a timeout. Don't forget, when we're done here, it's the Zach Miller State Farm Insurance post-game show from Montpelier here on this opening night. Thursday night football, 21-14, Montpelier with the lead. Wesley Hartsock has accounted for all 3 Montpelier touchdowns. A rushing touchdown back in the first quarter. And then a TD pass to Jacob Lyons of 17 yards and to Malachi Smith of 5 yards. Ryder Hines has the 2 touchdowns for Antwerp. 3-yard run and a 1-yard TD run. Antwerp had momentum. Montpelier got a stop on downs, started this drive on their own 38-yard line, and now this will be the 11th play of this drive here. It'll be a 4th and 2 from the 9-yard line. It wouldn't end the game, well, unless they would score on this play, it would essentially end it. It wouldn't end it, but boy, Montpelier would be sitting in fantastic positioning with Antwerp having only 2 timeouts left. Extra beef up front. Meek is the running back. 2 receivers to the left. Hartsock gets the snap, gives to Meek, pounds into the hole. I don't think he got there. He's going to get stopped at the 8.5-yard line. A stop on downs for Antwerp. And this thing is still alive with exactly 2 minutes to play. 92 yards away, Antwerp. It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 8-yard line. And now Antwerp with an opportunity. The new look offense led by junior quarterback Ryder Hines. 5 wide look. 3 receivers to the right. 2 receivers to the left. Hines gets the snap. Hines steps, fires, in and out of the hands of Roars. Michael Roars, the intended target. Bracket coverage that time. Closest one was Xavier Eideneyer. And that'll make it 2nd down and 10 for Antwerp. 1:55 remaining in regulation. Again, Montpelier, no timeouts. Antwerp with 2. Trips to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Clevenger, the lone setback. Hines on a rollout to the right. Hines with weak side pressure. Hines is going to be brought down. It's not a sack. Riggenball with the tackle out near the 10-yard line, and Antwerp will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. Again, not a sack, but it did set up a 3rd down and long. 3rd and 9, because they said he did get a positive gain out to the 11-yard line. And now Antwerp with 1 timeout remaining and still basically the entire field to go. So it will be 3rd down and 9 from the 11. Actually, 3rd and 8 from the 11-yard line. 1:44 left. 21-14 Montpelier on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. Not a bad opening act for the 2026 season. Edgerton at Eden tomorrow night here on B-Rock. Both teams are going to walk away knowing they need to get better. A lot of things to improve on, but a lot of good things from both Montpelier and Antwerp tonight. Some athletes that can make plays. Ryder Hines trips to the right. 1 receiver wide to the left. There's a wing to the left as well. So Hines has an empty backfield on 3rd down and 8. Hines from his goal line, steps up, down the middle, into coverage, it's intercepted. Keon Foster with the pick, returning to the 20, to the 15, and that should do it. Hines just took a chance into coverage, and it turns into the 3rd Antwerp turnover of the night, and the Locos are now basically 3 kneel downs away, or 3 plays potentially away from ending this game. Keon Foster with the pick. So it will be 1st and 10 Montpelier at the 12 of Antwerp. And Antwerp, that last timeout they took was their final timeout, so powerless to stop the clock. And now Montpelier in the victory formation for them. They're still snapping shotgun. It'll be Hartsock now just taking knees. He'll drop back about 2-3 yards and drop to a knee. Antwerp got on the board first, 7-0 tonight. Montpelier scored 21 in a row. The Archers brought it to a score and had momentum. The Montpelier defense got a stop on downs when Antwerp had all that momentum. And then Montpelier, a lot of good things on their last offensive drive. They weren't able to finish it off, but boy, they did chew up about 6 minutes of game clock. I know the one kind of thorn in their side will be that they didn't convert the 4th and 2 to really put it away. But the defense came up and turned Antwerp over again. There's another kneel down. And clock's at 43. The play clock hasn't been signaled for play, and now there will not need to be another snap. Montpelier is going to win on opening night over Antwerp. Our final score tonight from Hobie Krausfield in Montpelier. The Locos 21, the Antwerp Archers 14. Sit tight. The Zach Miller State Farm Insurance postgame show gets underway when we return on B-Rock Sports.
Be part of the Montpelier Athletic Boosters and help support all the athletes at the Montpelier schools by calling 419-485-6785. The Montpelier Athletic Boosters would like to wish all the Montpelier athletes good luck in today's game. Strive to be the best, and you will succeed at everything you do. The Montpelier Boosters are proud of all your achievements. Good luck and do your best. That's all anyone can ask. And go Locos!
Winter is coming, and now's the time to keep the cold out. At Peltz Lumber Company, find the quality products you need to make your home warmer, more comfortable, and ready for winter. Upgrade with Anderson windows and Masonite doors. Great choices for keeping the cold air out and the warmth in. And whether you're building, remodeling, or tackling that next project, Peltz Lumber has all the lumber and building materials you need to get the job done right. Visit Peltz Lumber Company in Montpelier or Pioneer. Peltz Lumber Company, building your projects and protecting your home from the elements. Opening day is just around the corner. September 26th is the day, and now's the time to make sure your bow is ready. Bring your bow to Knocking Point Outfitters on County Road 17 east of Bryan and have it checked out before you head to the woods. And don't forget to like Knocking Point Outfitters on Facebook to see upcoming events, specials, and all the great items in store. Knocking Point Outfitters, the starting point for every perfect shot.
At State Bank, we're proud to be making community banking great again with real people, real relationships, and real service you can count on. Since 1902, we've been invested in our neighbors, businesses, and the future of the communities we call home. If you're ready for a bank that puts community first and always has, make the switch to State Bank today. Stop by any State Bank location or check us out at yourstatebank.com. State Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Veland Chase wishes local high school sports teams a successful season. As one of the leading brass suppliers in the United States, Veland Chase manufactures brass rods, forgings, ingots, and water armor plumbing fittings at the two plants located in Holiday City. To learn more about products and job opportunities, visit brassjobs.com. Chase a brighter future with Veland Chase. Welcome back. Our post-game show presented by Zach Miller and State Farm Insurance. We'll tell you much more about them in just a moment. A Montpelier win tonight on opening night as they defeat Antwerp 21-14. Heck of a debut for Wesley Hartsock tonight. 94 yards through the air, a couple of touchdown passes. He also had a rushing touchdown. Carter Meek tonight, 121 rushing yards. Good start for Carter's season here tonight. His junior season had 70 of them on one play. The big hitter, Jacob Lyons, had 73 yards receiving tonight and a touchdown. Ryder Hines threw for 92 yards and rushed for 102 tonight and a couple of touchdowns. Michael Roars was the leading receiver for Antwerp with 40 rushing yards tonight. Antwerp ran more plays than Montpelier, 52-46. Locos had more total yards, 264-228. 94 yards through the air for Montpelier, 95 for Antwerp, 174 rushing for the Locos, 133 for Antwerp. Montpelier, 21 first downs to Antwerp 17. When you have a close game, one of the big stats always turnovers, and Antwerp committed 3 of them tonight. Both teams 5 penalties on the night. Antwerp 50 penalty yards. Montpelier 34 penalty yards. By the way, Meek 121 on 14 carries, averaging 9 yards a carry. Wesley Hartsock 16 carries for 73 yards on a heck of a debut for him. We mentioned the Hines numbers of 102, 23 carries for 102 and a couple of touchdowns. Gage Clevenger was bottled up to just 24 yards on 8 carries tonight. Hartsock 7 of 10 for the 94 yards and a couple of touchdowns. Ryder Hines was 8 of 16 for 92 yards tonight in that one. Thank you, Eric Stantz. Appreciate that. Again, Ryder Hines, 3-yard TD run and a 1-yard TD run tonight for Antwerp. Hartsock, a 19-yard TD run, and then Hartsock to Lyons, 17 yards. Hartsock to Malachi Smith for 5 yards. Montpelier leaves here tonight 1-0, and a big chance to go to 2-0 as they will take on Swanton on the road next week. Antwerp, an improved team. You can see it already. They are 0-1. They will host Eden coming up in week number 2 next week. Want to thank Joe Brigle, the athletic director here at Montpelier. A terrific job in hosting a bunch of members of the media here this evening tonight. I thank all of our listeners who tuned in tonight. Hope you can join us tomorrow night for Edgerton at Eden. Coverage around 6:30. What's your next dream? Paying off your credit card? Remodeling your kitchen? Exploring the rainforests of Costa Rica? Whatever your dreams, they take some planning. And State Farm agent Zach Miller is right here in Northwest Ohio to lend a hand in Bryan. As your local good neighbor, Zach can help you look at the things you want to save for and come up with a plan to make those savings goals happen. Because your money should work just as hard as you to achieve those dreams. So whether it's being free of debt or free to roam the world, call Zach Miller of Bryan today, your State Farm agent. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Again, our final tonight from Montpelier. Heck of an opener. Locos beat the Antwerp Archers 21-14. So long, everybody, from Montpelier.